I do it.
Shout out to Arsenal for following me. Or following me on Twitter.
That's B Arsenal, sir.
B Arsenal. Okay. I thought it was.
Ain't nothing happening on this screen.
People be calling him Bearsino. He do not like that.
What's his name?
B Arsenal.
B Arsenal. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That is a commercial. There it is.
Take us away, Ryan.
All right.
We
in there. We live. All right.
Yeah, we live.
All right. What's up, people? Welcome back to the RGT Podcast, episode 124. Man. The week of Xbox. This is what today's show is pretty much going to be based on. We're going to cover a few things. But really, we want to give the spotlight to Xbox. I know a lot of people hit us up and go, what's going on with the Xbox talk? So we're definitely going to give you guys some talk for that for sure. And we're going to break that down and have some fun with it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this out the way. I'm going to say shout out to the panel. Shout out to everybody out here waiting. Appreciate y'all. Let's go ahead and get into these intros. And while I fix this overlay.
While you fix these boxes, right?
While I fix these boxes. Because Barros came in the last second. But anyway. Shout out to everybody. Let's go ahead and get into these intros. I'm going to start with my brother from another mother. He's over there from the platform. Mr. Big Mike, what's up, brother?
What's up? How you doing there, Ryan?
I'm good, sir. I feel betrayed. I feel betrayed by the Xbox community, but I'm fine.
It is what we understand.
What's wrong with this overlay? It's messing with my eye.
Carlos came in and ruined everything, man.
Carlos came in with the smoke. Was like, no, I would not be denied, so I must talk. So
he will not be silenced today. And yo, Ryan, I think you're gonna be surprised by what I say today, bro.
Oh, I think I already know what you're gonna say.
I mean, I said it on Twitter already, so
yeah,
you probably saw that.
I saw it.
But I mean it. It's true, and it is what it is, bro.
He did.
It is what it is.
Go check his tweet, guys. He said, "Fuck Xbox."
He legit spoke from the heart, which
I didn't go that far. But
No, he spoke from the
heart. That's the gist of it, though.
I'm just messing with
something about it. I guess I saw where White Zaddy didn't even like the Xbox thing. So I know
Jesus,
we're going to talk about it.
We got a black screen, Ryan. What you doing over there?
Yeah, what are you doing?
So, going into my personal files. No, I'm playing.
Oh, okay.
I'm playing.
Don't show off no porno in here.
Yeah, I mean, this is the. Usually I like.
We doing this. We just gonna do this for y'all.
We just gonna do this. All right, boom. Hit the full screen. There you go.
There you go. Full screen.
This is actually nice. It's not that bad, actually.
Not that bad.
That's what I use for the podcast, mate. Way
it's not
easier.
that bad.
All right, dudes, huge fair. Hit that like button. Bloopers with this overlay aside. Let's go ahead and do this. We got a special guest, another special guest up in here. It's my brother. We ain't talked to him in a minute. We ain't chop it up in a minute, but I'm glad he's back in here to talk. What was episode 32 last time we talked, man? But good to see you. Welcome back, J-Dub. He was one of our founders of the RGT podcast, so it's good to have him back on here. What's up, bro?
What's good, man? What's good? It's good to be back as usual, chopping it up. Ready to chop it up with the panel. Y'all, it's been an amazing last 48 hours.
Incredible,
entertaining. I can't wait to talk about that. Shit, let's get it started.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into the actual panel itself. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the one who jumped in last second. What's up, Carlos? Carlos?
I guess not.
Okay, I guess Carlos is DOA. I'm gonna move on. We got Mr. Craig Harris, or we got a lotion bottle that's representing Craig.
Oh, that ain't lotion.
We got the lube too, the lube crew.
It was happening that this time. Yeah, I think there was a come to, as Zaire would say, a come to the Chinese Jesus yesterday finally hit, and so yeah, we're gonna talk about it and we're gonna tell the truth, because there's too many podcasts out there lying their asses off. And as you can see, I brought my friend, Mr. Lubrication Jelly, to help ease it in there for him. So shout out to everybody to the panel. Hit that like button.
We got Mr. Blaze 4K.
Yo, what up? So don't do that 4.
He saw
Yeah,
my
what up,
hand. I was
everybody?
about to go 4. 4. I was about to do it.
I don't do that, bro. It's gonna be a good show. Xbox is Xbox, but let's get it. J-Dub, Craig, Meds, Mike.
So,
Of course, we
Yeah,
got this dude coming out of semi podcast retirement, but he wanted to sit with the boys, at the table. He wanted to chill with the crew. So, my brother, Mr. Medina, aka Meds, what's up?
Listen, man, I ain't retired. It's just I'm a part-time podcaster. You know what I'm saying? I do this
Retired.
podcast in the summer, and then I hibernate for the rest of the year. You feel me?
Illegal,
But I gotta
sir.
get my-
That's
I gotta
illegal,
get-
sir.
I only do that so I have my energy up to keep up with you ponies on this show. But listen, it's great to be here with everybody here. I'm glad J-Dub is here. Been a long time since I chatted with him, and yeah, man, let's have a great show.
All right, let's go. I guess Carlos will be back in a little bit, but let's go ahead and get into this, man.
I
I
got a question,
definitely
got a question. Yo, Craig, is that the Dando beside you?
Is that the what? Is that the what?
Dando.
Oh,
The Dando.
that's Lou. That's Lou.
Yeah. That's what's going to be happening to these
That's gotta be-
podcasts from now on. The
lube and the Dando. I like it.
Yeah.
The lube and the Dando.
that'd be the most random question he's ever asked. but
Yeah,
okay.
that's a joystick.
That's easily the most random question.
That's my Extreme Pro joystick I got. Shout out to the community. And now this guy waiting on this something called either a 2070 or a 2080, so I can get on this flight sim.
Hey,
So-
fantastic. That's awesome.
That wasn't shown yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to the chat before we start. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I know there was a lot of people in there waiting before we even started. We had like 50, 60 people in here. So shout out to you guys that was waiting. I guess we'll go ahead and get with the fire, man. This was the week that Kid Smooth warned me everybody was going to be the week of PlayStation's reckoning. We went into Xbox's game show. Now, before we even tear this apart, because I already know we all have a lot to say about this show, there was some good announcements here, and there was some things you can take away from it that were positive, and that was the diversity for one, and like their third-party like showcase, or really the diversity in their games that's coming to Xbox. That's fine. That's good to see. They showed Avowed, which looked good. They showcased. What was that game? Avowed looked good. They announced Dragon Quest is coming to Game Pass, which was in the pre-show. I don't know why that wasn't on the main show. That's ridiculous to me, but that wasn't on the main show. They announced what else was coming to it? Hold up. We got Halo Infinite. We got Fable. Fable was announced at the show, and then they got into. I'm talking about the announcement. I'm talking about the other announcements. Crossfire X gameplay and single player was shown. That looked good. I think the game of show at that actual event was Everwild. Everwild actually blew me away a little bit. And it was funny. What blew me away about that is that I gave Death Singer shit for that. I was like, there's no way that game's going to look good. I was like, there's no way. And then I see the trailer and I'm like, you know something, that looks pretty damn good. The artistic style of this, that looked good to me. And then after that, I think that's pretty much all the announcements. Oh, it was that game for PC. That game that's coming to PC. That's from PC. No.
The medium.
The medium was good until we found out that's 30 frames per second. But no,
Talking
not
about
that.
Stalker 2.
Stalker 2.
Right?
Ooh, Stalker 2.
Yeah,
That's actually good. Yeah.
Yeah. So they had some good announcements there. It's just the overall show.
The Metro series.
Yeah.
The OG.
Yeah, that's the you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Metro is basically inspired by that, and I'm pretty sure it's the same dev.
Yeah, same devs. The same
Yeah.
dev.
Yeah.
In the same. Yeah.
State of Decay 3 as well
Arctic.
was shocking. We saw State of Decay 3 there, and I'm not sure if that's what the game is going to be targeting. Like, for example, like a first-person approach this time around, very grounded like Last of Us. Is that what they're trying to go for this time around? Hard to really say, but we'll see.
Pre-production, so.
Yeah, we'll see. It's in pre-production. We'll see. But that's
A lot
what
of
they
people
showed.
don't talk about that Warhammer game that looks interesting to me because I'm a fan of that universe.
I mean,
Oh,
Warhammer's a dope series.
and yeah, Warhammer and Exo Mecha, right? Exo Mecha looked good.
Exo Mecha look cool.
Yeah, that looked good. That looked good. That looks really, really good. So there was some good games. There were some good games there. There's just overall the show especially we got into the main portion, felt very underwhelming. Now they started off the show with the game that we all thought they were going to end the show with, and that was Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite was finally showcased. We saw actual gameplay, and the game for the most part looked dated. Did not scream next gen. It really looked like a current gen game, and it was just marketing for 4K or marketing for next gen. Now, of course, the damage control has come out in full effect. Dude saying that the game was running on a 6-month-old demo or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
It was a year old actually.
a year old demo.
Which listen, I understand. Okay, that's a year old. Maybe that's why it looks so bad. But why are you showing us year-old footage?
Exactly.
Who greenlit it? Who greenlit it?
We got 3 months before these consoles launch. Don't tell me you don't have a current build. Kind of demo. Like that's an excuse. That's an excuse.
That's really
And the mere
excusable.
fact that, it's dynamic 4K at that. So I mean, for those that care about that stuff,
Yeah.
there was no ray tracing. Ray tracing is going to come in the future. And then there were rumors. I don't know if that's still true or not, but
They're really treating this like a free-to-play game, aren't they? They're just adding this shit later. They're really treating it.
This is the last Fable we're going to be getting. They're just going to keep updating this. This is a live service game.
It's a rumor. It's an MMO. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which could work if they build it correctly.
I don't agree with that at all.
If they build, well, they got to do it correctly. There's a way to do an MMO. They got to give you just enough free stuff to hook you in.
Yeah.
So
The thing about that, Craig, is
do-
that when it comes to
Go ahead.
MMOs, there's only a certain amount of space in the market for
Yeah.
those games. You understand?
I
Like
agree.
there's been plenty of MMOs that came and went that were actually better than WoW, that went by the wayside because WoW is like what Q-tips are to cotton swabs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, they're right.
There's
There's
not enough
certain
space
ways
in the
to
market
go.
for another MMO, and there's already 2 dominant MMOs, and that's obviously WoW, and then there's Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's not enough space on the market for a third. There's just not. Like,
Well, we're gonna
like,
find out.
Especially in the console.
especially in the console space, and there's some that they're alive, but they're alive because of very dedicated small communities. They're not big games.
Yeah. Shout out to
Sure,
the platform.
These games too. You know what I mean? You invest so much time into them that you don't want to start
Yeah.
out and do a whole different.
That's why there's no room in the market for too
Right.
many of them.
Yeah.
Well, there's a
Shout
way
out
to see.
to Danny from the Platform Podcast. If I not super chat, I say David. Danny.
Take your light.
What's
Let's go
up?
get the
He
game,
said,
nigga.
"What's up?" He said, "What's up, RGT?" Hashtag low res textures. Hashtag PC. Yeah, it's back to that Halo thing. So they showcased it. It was definitely in rough shape. The game had a ton of pop in, and it looked clunky. And
Well,
again,
the velocity architecture. That's velocity.
Speaking of that, this whole event, right? And even Halo wouldn't be as bad as if the only thing that kind of really amplified everything is a week to 2 weeks prior. There was a ton of Xbox guys in the community that trashed on the PlayStation event, talking about the pop-ins, talking about, oh, this is a low. It's just talking about a bunch of stuff, right? Bug snacks. We know the thing. And then we knew the day of reckoning was going to happen where the ponies was going to return the favor. And goddamn,
yeah.
it
It's
happened.
ongoing.
Shout out to-
It's not gonna
It
stop.
won't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Master shout out. Let me give a quick shout out real quick.
Carlos.
Master shout out to the homie Fratanga Plays. We did a 1-on-1 on the channel. It's fucking awesome. Shout out to him in the chat. I see you, bro. Thank you for coming through, supporting the show. Shout out to Fratanga. But yeah,
That's my boy right there, man.
It's I don't know where we go from here. Look at this old man on the right side of us. Look at this old man.
Hey, Carlos, say what's up to the people.
Listen, man, listen. I ain't that old, all right? I'm about to be 37 this year, so I'm still kind
What's up, Jamal?
Holy shit.
There's somebody in the room with you. There's somebody
Alright.
behind you.
That's his baby.
What the hell is this lubricant jelly doing over here, man?
Oh, that's
You don't disrespect
Stay
to be crazy.
out of my boy. Yeah, but right now I'm currently being subjugated to use the kids'
What's
room
up,
while they
Salty?
watch TV in the living room.
He's got a knife in his hand. Be careful.
It's a club.
You mean this fake?
Hey, what did you all think about that velocity architecture, though? It was so good that it had pop in. That's how fast it was processing.
Oh
It was so
Lord, yeah.
fast, it was
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the sad part about it, it was running on a high-end PC.
Yeah, they said it was running on a high-end PC, and now they're blaming the PC for the build. Yeah, some people are blaming the PC for the build. Yeah, they're blaming the PC.
All right, can we just blame the actual development team for this one?
Of course, Carlos.
No.
These dudes are blaming the PC though. They're saying no, the PC they used wasn't up to par, so that's why it ran like that. I'm like,
Nope.
Nah,
We can't do that.
that's poor.
We can't blame the development team. This is who we're going to blame. The people that greenlit this show at the time. Phil Spencer, and those guys had to watch this video because this wasn't live. This stuff was, this was a pre-recorded video. They had to look at this and say, yeah, go ahead, release it. Kind of same way that they greenlit, Grounded, Bleeding Edge,
Crackdown 3.
Crackdown
Yeah.
3. Somebody is greenlighting this stuff, and it shows the quality control is in the tank. And trust me, that stuff would have never passed the sniff test and been allowed by Sony or by Nintendo.
Yeah.
you know what's funny, Kratos, and I'm surprised nobody's picking this guy. Me and Carlos thought about this off air, but wasn't this team supposed to be like 1,500 people working on Halo?
1,500 people.
I think it's 1,200.
1,200 people
Either way,
working
it's a
on
lot.
this.
Either way, it's
that's a lot of people. And you mean tell me you couldn't have an optimized build for the PC?
Right.
$500 million for this game.
Hey, Ryan.
$500 million.
I was about to say that. It is $500 million.
The Last of Us 2 cost $100 million.
Ryan,
What's
can
up?
we just go around like the whole room and just ask whatever,
I got you.
see what everybody thought of the show as a whole?
Yeah, I got you. Let's start with Blaze. He's the quiet one. Blaze looking into the soul of the chat like, I'm watching you, dog. Wake your ass up. Wake your ass up. Let's get into this shit. Take it away.
Just chilling, bro. Bro, I mean, my reaction is fucking. It was just another hit Xbox. So honestly, like it's just the same old shit, bro. Like, I wanted them to win a little bit. Like I want competition, bro. I'll kill. Look, I love my PlayStation shit. You know what I mean? But I want competition that brings out the best in everybody. But they've shown time and time again that they just don't gut what it takes to make a quality AAA game anymore. They just Gears of War. I'm not like it was a great game, Gears of War, but like how many times can you keep leaning on the same fence before it falls over? I don't understand. Like when are they gonna just 343 can't make a good game to save their fucking life. Number one.
That is true.
Number two.
I disagree.
What popped out when you see Halo? Like this is the first time we see gameplay for Halo. Like the first time, and then the guy comes out of the ship and it looks bland. It looks gray and brown. It's just there's no vibrancy. It just did not. The shooting looks good. It looks like it has great feet, but it just didn't hit how I wanted to. All this fucking Master Chief is coming, hoorah! Like what? Ghost of Tsushima looks better than your shit. What are you talking about? My PS4 games look better than your fucking Xbox One Series X bullshit, bro. Like honestly, and like all these Xbox guys saying like, oh, y'all you need to catch up to us. We don't need to catch up to you. You guys need to like fucking really catch up. Like all these games, these are all the developers. We're gonna show this, and that. And guess what? They're all in pre-production. They're not fucking ready. They're not gonna be so all the games that we're gonna play on Series X. Right? Oh, we're not leaving no Xbox console behind. Now look at Halo. Looks like trash for that. And secondly, now all the games that are in pre-production are going to come out 3-4 years down the line. So the Xbox One is going to be irrelevant anyway. So they're not going to need to port it to those consoles because it's going to be 4 years down the line. And they only said for the first 2 years, we're not leaving no Xbox. So, all right. So all the good games come out. Then the Xbox One is irrelevant, right? So that's, what I mean? And Game Pass, look, is it a great value? Yes. Do I use it? Yes. But I feel like it's hurting their shit, bro, because I feel like they gotta meet these quotes like, hey, this game needs to come on. We need a big game for Game Pass this month right here. Before these holiday, man, the fucking show had a couple highlights, but it was same old bullshit by Microsoft. Period.
Okay. Hey, he let it out. Shout out to the meta character. He dropped the $2 super chat. He said the game of the show for me was Tetris. Forgot all about Tetris. So there was Tetris.
Yeah, that's a PS4 game already
PS4
on
Yeah,
PlayStation.
forgot all about
And
Tetris.
it's VR.
I played it in VR. Tetris Effect.
It's on.
Big
Yo,
deal.
y'all saying this for PS4 as well? Who would have
Bro,
known?
it was a year. It's been a year. It's been an exclusive for
Year and a half.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It's been on PC for like over what?
Oh yeah, it did come
Wow.
to PC too.
It was on both. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Shout
I mean,
out-
in terms of like an exclusive, console exclusive.
No, yeah, you're right. You got it.
Let's
You
keep this.
mean-
Let's
you
keep
mean
this.
time exclusives.
Let's keep this circle going. Go ahead, Carlos. You're going. I'm going around. Go ahead. You got it.
All right, man. Let's just get to the meat and bones of this whole situation. First off, there were a lot of good games that were being showcased. We cannot deny that fact. That was an actual good show for those indie developers. I am enthused to play some of Everwild. There were a couple of more mentionables that I want to mention, but through it all, the show was a 3 out of 10 in my opinion, based on just those showcases. As far as Halo goes, I'm very disappointed at the fact that this game was showed off to the masses in the state that it has been.
Yeah.
It was a textureless based environment. A lot of pop-in, and quite frankly, it looked like a 32-bit 4K up-res game. Let's be honest. It's not a next-gen looking game.
Yeah, you got to see the new
Um,
damage control on Twitter right now. Somebody
Oh,
posted it.
trust me,
Kofi just retweeted. He's like, they're saying if you didn't react like these YouTubers did when they were like freaking out over the Halo Infinite, you're not a Halo fan. That's the new
Listen,
damage
I
control
got
now.
all.
I know. I got you, man.
all
I
the
got you. I'm gonna come
Halos,
to you
man.
next. I got you, bro. But I'm like,
I got
Okay.
all the Halos, and I'm gonna be quite honest and frank with everything. That game needs a whole lot more than just polishing. They have to go back to the drawing board. They're gonna have to work around that slip space engine that they're so proud of touting, because it really doesn't look like a next gen game. It looks like an Xbox 360 enhanced game. Let's be honest. And as a fan of the series, I'm distraught that you got a slew of individuals trying to defend 343. Listen up, guys. You defend the dev, guess what? They're going to get used to those remarks, and they're not going to push any boundaries to get the game to look better than what it is. And that is the sole reason why this showcase for Halo was such a letdown to many of us who actually like the series, and not the pretend fans from 2010 that are now playing Halo 5.
preach.
And now in my turn.
All right. Shout out to Gamer for the $5 super chat. He says, "How did y'all like those world premiere pictures of Iceland for Hellblade 2?" Shout out to you. Meds, I already know you ready to let Goose. I'm gonna let the hounds loose. Go ahead, bro. You have the floor. I know
right.
you ready.
All right, so I
He's trying to-
gotta let loose because I have a lot of feelings and thoughts on this, especially because honestly, like, not that I'm an Xbox guy because I don't like I have an Xbox but I don't play it. I'm a PC guy really, but like I have a lot of love for the franchises that Xbox has had over the years because I was a 360 guy and then I
Right.
went to PS4 and then PC, right? But here's the thing, like over on the whole show, because I want to dive deep into Halo, but on the whole show, there was I thought the show wasn't bad.
Yeah.
The thing is that the show was bad because, like, okay, let me take that back.
Content
Let me
didn't
walk it back.
resonate.
The
resonate
show
with you.
wasn't bad, but I was still disappointed because I was promised a nice fat New York strip, and you gave me a beef patty. You understand?
Mm.
Like, I like me a beef patty, but it ain't no New York strip, right? So it was a good show, but it was disappointing just because of Microsoft doesn't know how to shut their goddamn mouths and just temper expectations and be humble and act like they've been there before, right?
Yeah.
But whatever. Moving on from that, again, I think the show was decent. It was good. I think that mech game, I thought that was decent. The Fable and the Avowed announcements were dope, but there was no gameplay, so I don't even really care. And Flight Simulator wasn't there. Cuphead DLC wasn't there. I feel like that game might be vaporware at this point. That Cuphead thing. and that's really disappointing because I love Cuphead. And
I don't think
when it comes to Halo,
bro.
When it comes to Halo, honestly, if it sucks, I'd rather them just cancel it. I don't want to play a Cuphead that isn't good, like the original Cuphead.
Yeah.
Like the original Cuphead to me is like a 9 out of 10. It's amazing.
I agree. That's like one of their best games, easily this whole gen.
Yeah,
easily.
100%. It was my game of the year that year that it came out. But when it comes to Halo, like full disclosure, Halo's my favorite franchise. Like Halo and Pokemon, like I juggle. Like sometimes, depending on the day you ask me, Pokemon's my favorite franchise in gaming, or Halo's my favorite franchise in gaming. I love them both. And Halo, honestly, like to full disclosure, I was just in my pants looking at Halo. Like I thought it really looked cool. Like the grappling hook could have been done way better. I feel like it's a really lame implementation, and the graphics are certainly subpar. But in terms of what they showed, if you put the graphics aside, I thought it was a good showing, and I am interested in the game, and I do want to play it, and I am going to play it. But
first impressions is like really bad.
Here's the thing, like people, because honestly, I'm not a graphics whore, and somebody would tell me like, "Yo, what do you mean you're not a graphics whore? You have a $1,500 PC." I have a $1,500 PC, so I can play all my games at 144 frames. Not necessarily at the best graphics. Not necessarily at the best graphics. So I am definitely a frame rate over graphics kind of guy, but I need to call these guys out. That game doesn't look good enough for 2020. It doesn't. There's games from 2013 that look better than it. Like Killzone Shadow 4 looks better. And that's unacceptable. And in closing, I need to say this. People treat you the way that you allow them to treat you. Okay? Closed mouths do not get fed. Accepting mediocrity only will get you more mediocrity. And Microsoft always is saying that they're listening to the fans, blah, blah, blah. They're listening to the wrong fans. You know why? Because they're listening to the bootlickers who cheerlead everything they do and don't find any faults in anything that they do. And that's exactly why they're in the position that they're in right now, because they're listening to the people who are satisfied with nothing. And when you're satisfied with nothing, you are going to get nothing. Xbox guys, I need you guys to speak the fuck up. You know why? Because the way that this thing is going, PlayStation can charge $700 for their console, and they will still outsell the Xbox Series X 2-1.
Fact,
and that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. We need competition, not because I care about this side or that side. I don't want console gaming to be a monopoly. And the way that Microsoft is going, that's exactly the direction we're heading to. And we can't allow that to happen as gamers, because Sony, if you give them an inch, they will take a mile. Okay, and they will do whatever the fuck they want if they don't have anybody competing against them. So Xbox, please get your shit together, and Xbox fans, please speak up, because we deserve better.
Yo, salute to this man right here. He killed it right there with one fucking statement. That alone should be 100 likes on the stream, dog, right there. He just dropped the jewel of 2020. There you go. That's the jewel. Man. Let that shit loose. There you go. Shout out to NGK. $5 super chat. After watching the Xbox showcase, I decided to smoke crack for the first time. Okay. well, that definitely breaks the tension.
Oh, you mean that's green?
Shout out to him. He broke tension. Okay. Well, there you go. Meds, I agree 110%. I've said this before. It makes no sense that at the end of an Xbox show, I'm saying in front of my audience, especially in that video y'all watched, where I'm saying, oh, you know what? I know where I'm going to be in the future. It ain't going to be on no Xbox platform. It's going to be on another platform. It's going to be on PC. And because I have all your shit, you're not even competing. You're just giving it away with no effort. So, I agree.
I've said it, and I'll say it time and again. Xbox is giving up kind of on the console. They are a brand now. Because because like you said, and Med said, you can get everything now on PC if you want. Because that's the way they're going.
Yep.
Halo was disappointing when I watched it. I gave the show a 7 out of 10, but because there are some games, caught my eye that I want to play, that I'm interested in. The Medium, that caught my eye. Avowed really caught my eye. What was other games? Destiny coming to Game Pass. I'm a big Destiny fan, and I love playing Destiny. Now, so when I heard it was coming to Game Pass and I could play it on PC, especially the new expansion, that was another thing that it got me excited.
Okay.
But like
Play game coming to Game Pass. You heard it first.
exactly, you can get everything on Game Pass and with the PC. And like Med said, as an Xbox guy, because I loved my Xbox 360, we got to demand better. You just can't just sit back in the crowd and say, "Hey, they're doing great." We need competition. If not, you're going to continue getting what you're going to get.
Yeah. All right. Well said. Med's sitting here killing everybody with just one statement. That just that's all that need to be said. Shout out to Gamer again. He's put another $5 super chat. He said, "Well said to you, Med." So shout out to you. Salute. Let me go ahead and go to my brother Kratos. I know you've been waiting to say something. Go ahead, bro. You got the floor.
Well, the sad thing about it, when I'm teasing guys about this stuff on Twitter, pretty much every day, all day, a lot of what I'm saying is the exact same thing that Med said, right? I throw stuff out there, and yes, it's funny, but there's a lot of truth and reality to it. And it's to get guys to see that exactly what he said. If you don't ask for better, you won't receive better. And it's a shame, right? A lot of these guys would tout Microsoft's money, world's richest company. They getting all this money. It's sad that they're making record profits off of giving you nothing. Yeah. They've literally delivered nothing this generation or much of anything. They have no Game of the Year winners or contenders. This generation, none ever comes up on the list. And Sony has like 5, 6, 7 Game of the Year winners or contenders every single year. Their name is in their name is in the ring and stuff like that. Even Nintendo was able to give you a failed console, and they re-up within the same generation. And came back, retooled, and started giving you what you really wanted, and they're succeeding with that. Microsoft gave up because a lot of people need to understand that the Xbox is not really that important to Microsoft. It's important to you, but it's not important to them. Okay. And you can tell based on how they treat it. And I get it. These executives, they go up there, they lie to you, they tell you everything is fine, they hug you, they shake your hand. They give you some Axe body wash or whatever they give you. And they make you feel really good because you have access to them. They join your podcast, they talk to you, they tweet you, they make you feel special. But when you go home at the end of the day and you crank on your console and there's nothing there, and you see the guys on the other side getting fed all the time, just overabundance of exclusives only on this console, and these, even Phil Spencer's walking out there. Congratulations to this studio, to Sony for this game and that game left and right. That has to sting some. You would think that would sting, and that would cause you to be like, "Hey, Phil, I want some of that. What they're getting, the stuff that you're congratulating them. Why can't they congratulate you sometime on stuff? What are we doing?" And I just think gamers, or a lot of the Xbox gamers, not all, just some, are caught up in the superficial stuff instead of the game. A lot of these guys, they're in it because they love Microsoft. They don't necessarily love Xbox. Right. Because at the end of the day, it's about the games. And if you don't care about the games and you just care about, as long as I beat Sony, as long as that's not the way to go about it. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling everybody, the moment Sony stopped giving me what I want, the minute they stop dropping them bangers and stop giving me, the VR and the quality games, I'm gone. I got PC anyway. Jump on PC.
Right. If that's the future, all of us, that's one thing we all have in common here. All of us have capable gaming PCs. If that was the case, we'd be all over there, would we not? Let's just keep it real. Exactly. All of us, we all would be over there.
This is why. Real quick before you can tell, I apologize, but like you were just saying, like you said, if PlayStation starts fucking up, you out of there, right? People. Don't be loyal to companies. Don't be loyal to plastic. Be loyal to yourself. Whoever is giving you the best service, best products, those are the people who you go with. And if that changes and somebody else is providing the best product, that's where you go. Yeah. Don't swear loyalties, pledge allegiance to these companies, bro, because they're not your friends. Be loyal to yourself.
Facts.
Exactly.
We bleed green, damn it. We bleed side.
I changed my profile picture.
These companies don't care about us. These companies don't.
I'm like, you know, if they pull it off, you know, who knows? I might just be back on the Xbox, you know, the Xbox.
And a lot of people don't know this about J-Dub, right? They see him on Twitter, right? He's poking at everybody, you know, and you know what I mean? He's flexing a little bit, but what you guys don't understand about J-Dub is this is a guy that owns every fucking console, every platform.
Yeah.
He plays all the games too. He'll play every Xbox game. If it's good, he's gonna play it. But a lot of dudes just think, oh, he's biased. Bro, he be playing everything. He just gotta, yo, facts are facts, bro. If you guys are fucking up, he's gonna let you know he's fucking up. And you know what? Fuck it. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
So,
they you know they laugh. They see me playing Sea of Thieves and streaming like Grounded and stuff like that. But
they had the nerve to announce Sea of Thieves getting a enhancement on the series. I'm like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Why do I care about that?
Exactly.
You got Forte. We got Forte jumping here with the death steer. I see you, bro.
Looking like Neo from the Matrix.
This man,
bro.
You know it.
Well, let me go ahead and do my thing here real quick.
You know what we feel like? Oh, you know what's funny about this call? We all got cameras. You know what this reminds me of? Because everybody was on camera just now. Remind me of that damn PS5 reveal. Welcome to PlayStation 5.
Everybody was on cam. Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, look, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad that Matt Booty's vision is to put AA games with hopefully AAA stories and quality. Matt Booty said this. You had a bunch of nitwit fruit booties running around saying, "Oh, Matt Booty's not telling the truth," and people can really see what this thing is about now. Shout out to Mooch. He was on a podcast last night. I think he was on Brap, and he said this is the direction Xbox is going. There is no denying it anymore. I don't care how many T-flops and CUs they have. Your console is not as powerful. And not what I saw. That show was trash. It was trash. Let's just call it like it is. All we've heard is 52 CUs. Nobody can tell me what the hell they do, but they got 52 of them. We've heard 12 T-flops. We've heard about velocity architecture that is so fast, it has pop-in. That's how fast it's processing, I guess. It's trash. These guys just need to shut their damn mouths. They don't know what they're talking about. Meds is right. Sony may not do an August event because they don't have to. They don't have to, and it's just like there's nothing left to say anymore. That I don't know how. Everybody said that show was pre-produced. If I put a show together like that, I get fired on the spot. Okay, I get fired on the spot, and guess who is going to make that phone call? AMD. The first game they're supposed to show is AMD's hardware running. And they show a piece of trash like Halo like that. And Halo, this is the same Halo that has a major production show ready to go. Now that's trashed. You trash that in however long that demo ran. It's now a joke at this point. Halo is a goddamn joke because of Microsoft. It's going to go on for the rest of our lives. All they're going to do is add stuff to it. That show was a 4 out of 10. Every game they showed is going to be on PC. They just announced today that another game was going to be 30 frames per second when these dumbasses were running around saying everything's going to be 50 frames per second.
And you know what's funny? They said 120 frames for one of the games. It was the one that Meds was streaming. It was Ori. Yeah, Ori runs at 120 frames. But I'm like, why are we using Ori as a fucking benchmark for this next-gen console instead of the medium?
Those are the games you're going to see running at 120. Those are the type
of games. Demand better.
PC could run that game at 120.
But why are we using Ori as a damn example? Why are we using Ori as an example for 120 frames per second when you could have been like, oh, the medium, 60 FPS? All these games are now running at 60.
Listen, there's damage control now because apparently there's like dual worlds being rendered at the same time.
Dumbest shit I've heard yet.
Which, by the way, I don't believe because I've seen Dev Diaries talk about how when you're in an open world game, the only part of the world that's being rendered is the part that you're actually looking at.
You're actually in.
Like, you're not rendering an entire world of a game, at the same time, simultaneously. Right. It's not real. It's not a thing.
Wow. We got 12 T-flops. We got the velocity engine.
Yep.
We got the SSD drive. We got all the cloud power, all this other stuff, all this stuff that's going on. We didn't see anything that really just showed the power of that stuff. And so Microsoft has a track record of having all this powerful hardware, and yet we don't see the fruits of that labor. The Xbox One X is currently discontinued, and we have yet to see anything. I mean, I know guys are going to say, but what about Red Dead? And it's like, okay, you got one or two multiplayers that made it slightly better. 1.2 T-flops, something that's dramatically less impressive. But we have seen on Sony side of things, on the competition side, we've seen a ton of games running on 1.8 T-flop that just amazes people. And that's a problem. You can't sell people a 6 T-flop system, double that to a 12 T-flop system, and not have any games to show that power off. Because guess what? People are going to start realizing T-flops don't mean shit.
Yeah, JW, you know what matters? Talent, development talent matters. Because T-flops is not going to make some dog shit look better. It's not. You know who's going to make that look better? Animators, graphical designers. These people make these games look amazing on PlayStation despite the disparity in power. Microsoft needs to up their fucking game in terms of their talent.
I saw anger.
Quality control. Quality control is the number one thing, right? I think now that they've actually bought the studios, there has to be talent somewhere in there, right? I'm not saying everybody's going to crank out a 90 rated game.
I mean, Compulsion Games wasn't there. The Initiative is like their ace card. I think we can agree that's their ace card, but we don't know what the fuck it is. So
I thought Coalition was their ace card.
You gotta have that one person, right, that goes around to all of these studios.
Not Coalition.
Sure, project. Just make sure that their projects are going the way it should be. And I know you want to give them creative freedom, and that's fine. Sony give their studios creative freedom, but also you had Shuhei Yoshida, even Herman Holtz to this, right now, that's his job, is to go around these studios, make sure that their game that they're creating lives up to that standard of what they want to see. If not, scratch it. I remember Corey Barlog saying that the first iteration of God of War that they tried to make, Shuhei Yoshida said, "Scrap that." He said, "That shit boring. I don't want that. Start over."
J-Dub,
So
on that topic, J-Dub, I don't want to cut you off, but you brought up a great point. Sucker Punch. Did you see that game that they were supposed to come out with?
Yeah.
Have you seen that video?
Yeah.
That right there, and that game actually looked interesting. What was it called? Prophecy? The Prophecy or something like that? That game looked it looked like an Assassin's Creed type. It looked really dope, but you can see when he ducks under, like on Ghost of Tsushima, you go under the little houses. You can see they had the same style, the same combat. So that just goes to show you. That's why this shit was taken. But Sony's willing to say, look, if you're not happy with the final product, if you're not happy where it's going, just like you said, J-Dub, go a different way, and that's what they did.
Quality control. There was no way Crackdown should have been released. There's no way Bleeding Edge should have been released. There was no way. We can keep going down that list, right?
State of Decay.
State of Decay definitely shouldn't have been released in that shape. Yeah.
At this point, guys, I'm going to be honest. I know Halo is a big franchise, but I would rather see that game get delayed and done in the optional, done in the proper light. Don't let that game is too huge for them to just throw it out there and let it fall by the wayside. Because if you notice, right, it's been on the decline. Halo has been on the decline ever since like Halo 3. Like the Metacritics have kind of been going down from like freaking 97. So, and I don't want to see that thing get like a 70 or, God forbid, or 60. That's all they have. They have Halo, Gears, and Forza. Those are the mainstays. And once those take a dive, fucking what else is there?
Yeah.
Gears hasn't took a dive yet. Gears has been staying up there.
Well, Gears is that.
In terms of score, I'm saying
3, 2, and 1. It's not there, but it's a lot closer than Halo has been.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
I really love Gears 4 and 5. Are they as good as 1, 2, 3? No, but I love them.
They've managed to stay in that criteria despite.
I love Halo 4, but Halo 5 like single-handedly made me a PC gamer. I sold my Xbox One like the night that I played Halo 5.
Wow.
Yeah. We know that this show needed to go out with a bang. They couldn't afford to be mediocre. And unfortunately, I think it's underwhelming for a lot of people. So they didn't do it. What else is there? The generation is coming up in 3 months, next generation. So
Yo, but
What
we
else
be
is
saying
there?
that every E3, like, yo, this is Xbox, the last chance to make a
No.
statement, and we be, I swear, I'd be saying that every year.
Keep saying it.
Yeah.
It's numbers.
Conversations about this, and I said that,
Yeah.
and I stuck to my word. I'm done with them fucks. I'm done with those clowns. They're bozos.
Yeah.
Well, again, I
Forte.
just I
They-
think it was a game. It was this was a come to Jesus. If you want to say it was a Chinese Jesus, the Black Jesus, whatever, for a lot of people. And I just
Don't
certainly
say a
hope. Like I
Chinese
said,
Jesus.
shout out to Mooch, because Mooch said it the best. This is the direction Microsoft is going. Anything at this point is just you damage controlling. And yes, there are people who are going to be assholes to you all because of what you all said. So just so you know that. And if this stuff about RDNA 3, and I said if it's true, that a lot of you all are going to get kicked in the balls again. So just so you know it. That's why I brought the lube. Just
Oh,
so
God.
you know it. It's coming. So we'll have to wait and see. But this is you all's fault. You know, everybody was saying, hey, look, there's not going to be a whole lot of difference with these consoles. There's, you know, they're going to both pretty much do the same thing. They're going to get to the same spot.
Let's just look at it like this. Hold on, let's look at this. Any person who actually believed that bullshit that this thing was powerful than a 2080 Ti can just shut the fuck up. Entirely. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. Let's just do
Whoever
that.
thought
Let's-
that, you're a real retard.
Like, whoever
26
thought
run
that.
games at 144 frames.
Exactly.
These consoles aren't. So I don't want to hear no 2080,
I don't want to hear no 2080 Ti ever again.
Now-
Whoever
now-
believed that
now
shit,
we
and that
gotta
shit's
ask-
toasted.
SSDs aren't magicians either. Stop
Yeah.
that shit too.
To every dumbass
ask
who hit me up on
2080
Twitter and was harassing me,
Ti.
hold on, one second. To every dumbass that hit me up on Twitter and was harassing me and showing the damn spec sheet number as if you know what the fuck those spec sheets even mean, yeah, cut that shit the fuck out. You look like an idiot right now. Fucking 240 frames per second. So that's the thing. This thing hit max. I'm like, 200 frames on this fucking console? How much you think
People
you
don't
paying for
understand a
this?
2080 Ti, bro. It costs $1,200. How much you think your Xbox is gonna cost when they have to provide a controller? They have to put a Blu-ray drive. They got it. It's like, are you guys out of your mind, bro?
Bro, you're paying more if it's going to be getting that type of performance. That's the thing about PC gamers. When it comes to performance, yo, man, sell them. It's put up or shut up. We put up that money. Guess what? We shut up because they deliver. 'Cause we get what we pay for.
Exactly.
We get what we pay for.
You get what you pay for. You get what you pay
Exactly.
for. And that's true in life, period. You either buy it nice or you buy it twice.
Another thing that kind of irked me. Another thing that kind of irked me was Matt Booty coming on. You know, and
fuck him.
And exactly, fuck him. And he stated, he goes, wait for next month. That
Yeah,
because we're
fuck
holding.
him. Yeah. I'm
I
real
wanna-
entitled to go to next month. Yeah, thanks, man.
See, I wanted to talk about that on the wait to next month because this was the time for them to shine.
Well, why are we waiting?
This was the time for them to lay out all their fucking cards and say, this is what we got. This is what you're going to see. I was like, hey, we're holding back. Tune in next month. This is what we're going to show you now.
Yeah, go up with that.
So while you wait,
Hold on.
I got a question. I got a question for my brother, Gaming Forte.
Oh, before you ask
Forte.
that, before you ask that, let me, before you get that, before you get that,
Come on, man.
before you get that, before you get that, hold up.
With that Neo
I'm about to
ass
get to- I'm about to
president.
get
Hold up. Before you get that, let me get to this super chat from the Hatsuna. $2 super chat. He says Spencer overpromised as usual. No more chances. That's what he said. Now, you got it. Forte, I know you jumped in here.
Forte and Big Mike first, guys.
I
Come on.
know. Forte jumped in here. He's like, man, he showed himself like 5 seconds, took his camera off. He couldn't handle the smoke because everybody was,
Hey, you back,
was
Forte.
more intimidating on camera. So he's like, I look more intimidating with my, my Destiny picture. So I switched my Destiny picture. But no. I do like. He's not looking more intimidating.
Forte came in the house.
Put on your camera. You look like a boss, bro, with them shades, dog. Fucking big ball.
Hey, man.
There you go. But anyway, Forte, what's up, bro? I know you jumped in here. Thanks for jumping on. What's up? Say what's up. Go ahead.
Yeah,
get into
please.
what
Come
you
on,
gotta say.
Forte. Let's go. I want to hear what you have to say.
Let's hear your thoughts.
Forte.
Man, Forte might have stepped up. Yeah, we lost him.
Oh,
We lost him.
He probably
We
could.
lost him.
Forte said, "Man, get this. I'm out of here."
The only there he goes. Forte, you back.
Forte.
Just happened here. Like it's like
There you
Microsoft
go.
got out of trouble. Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
We hear you.
Yeah,
Cut that camera on, pimp.
saying I didn't hear a word, so please repeat.
Oh,
that
I'm saying, you was looking all scared, with your little shades on, so you switched to that little convincing Destiny picture. That's why you turned your camera off. But anyway, nah.
Put that
You jumped in here.
camera off
Boss,
because
bro.
it was lagging for some strange
Nah.
reason.
So?
Turn the camera on. Yeah.
I'll reset.
Turn that boy on.
if
Turn
you
that
want
damn,
me to
turn that
reset-
damn,
hey,
turn that damn
I'm
camera on.
literally
Hey, Joe,
look. I got a 1,000 down, and my download right now is like reading like 80 megs. So I kind of need to reset my modem.
Forte, last week I have 1,000 down as well, and my camera was all blurry, like it was a
That's
Xbox
what I'm
One game.
saying. So
It was crazy.
I could reset everything, but you know, it is what it is.
It is what
Okay,
it
so
is.
what smoke are you trying to give me? Go
Oh,
ahead.
no. We just trying to ask you, what's your thoughts?
We want to hear your opinions.
Yeah, what's your thoughts?
Oh,
on
my
this
On the
one?
opinion.
show, Halo,
My-
everything.
My opinion of that show.
Yes, please.
So
Somebody get some cap.
I have two. I had two. Okay, so anybody that watched me and Slow Mo's original reveal of it, our reactions to it, I gave it a 9 because I was listen. Calm down. Listen, I gave it a. Listen. I'm not scared of none of y'all. Y'all better calm the hell down.
Hold on.
I gave it a 9. I gave it a 9 for particular reasons because of everything that they showed. They showed what I thought they was going to show. Now, let me tell you exactly why I gave it exactly those scores. Let's not act like shut up, Big Cloud. I need you you need to turn your camera off because you get on my goddamn nerves already. So listen, I'm telling you, I got caught up in the hype during the Halo trailer that I didn't even notice half the stuff because I was so fixated on gameplay. I was like, dude, this looks incredible. This looks amazing. This gives me old Halo vibes. I noticed a couple of things that I said that need to be fixed, but I was like, you know what? They could fix some of this stuff can get fixed later on. So I kind of moved on with it. I was really excited to see the medium because I actually got gameplay from that. And I was like, dude, the 2 reality thing looked really cool. And I was really into that. But overall, you already know why the score got a high score for me because I'm super biased and you see the emblem on my name. As soon as that got popped up on the screen, I was like, you know what? I'm good. The only thing I care about in this whole press conference is the fact that we ain't got to pay for DLC if you got Game Pass. So I'm good. So that was 100%. And Ryan and Big Cloud, you know, I told you this personally in chats itself.
Yes, sir.
Microsoft has never proven to me why I should buy an Xbox. I told you they didn't do it. A third-party developer is the reason I'm buying that system. It had nothing to do with what Xbox did. It's me being 100% true to who I am. I always tell people, buy systems and buy products off of what you want from them.
Yeah.
If they ain't giving you what you want, don't buy it. So I gave it a 9 because I was super excited. Now at BRAP yesterday, I had to step that back.
Ooh.
Legit had to step it back because as I was because I got my reaction, my video coming out for my thoughts on it. I'm gonna put out later today. So I was getting all the footage for it, and I was looking at the 4K video for Halo, and I was like, bro, this looks bad. This looks really bad. I was like, after looking at this, I'm like, dude, the pop-ins are for real in this game. It's like, this literally is coming out in 4 to 5 months. And you're telling me that not only could you not give us a service, I mean, you gave us a serviceable demo, it did run, but you gave us a game that's literally the staple of what Xbox is. And not only did you not show it in the best light, you didn't even show it on the new system. You showed it on PC with Xbox S with XSX spec.
No ray tracing.
With no ray tracing, with pop-ins all over the place. I'm sitting there like, what PC runs with pop-ins on it?
That's what bullshitted me right there. I'm like, wait, PC dev kit? I never had a PC that had a fucking pop-in like that.
I was like, wait a minute, hold up. So I do believe that it was running on a PC, but that also lets me know that game is not even if that game's not even optimized for a PC, how long is it going to take for you to get that thing optimized for a console? So and then the whole rumor came out that got debunked by 343 about the multiplayer supposedly might be getting delayed outside of it, and I'm like, at that point, like, dude, if that's the case, delay the whole game. You can't release one without the other. And I'm gonna go back to the May event. For Xbox, like I said before. I actually liked that event. The biggest thing that I didn't like about it was the fact that the headliner for that event was Assassin's Creed, and they didn't show gameplay. Right. So to me, I was like, yes, the show was good, but the one thing that everybody cared about was lackluster. Now, I enjoyed this event, and I'm never going to tell somebody that their opinion on how they feel about this event is wrong, because everybody went into this event with a different thought process on what they wanted to be. But for me, all of that got kind of washed away when I saw Destiny up there, and I was like, I'm good. I don't care. I don't have to play on broken.
Luca.
I don't have to play on broken PC no more. I don't have to do that no more.
Luca, where you at?
You say what?
Luca, where you at? Where you in the Luca? Somebody get Luca.
Oh, well, Luca.
Somebody gotta go look it up.
Is that Destiny?
Well, Luca's there day one too.
But Forte, is that Destiny just for PC, or is
I lost both the kids
for,
in the divorce.
Just is it only for Game Pass for console?
That wasn't specified. Yeah,
what not specified? What?
The Destiny expansions would be on Game Pass for PC.
Yeah,
it's gonna be on PC. It's gonna be on PC.
They said a year. They said within a year later it'll be on Game Pass PC.
That's not bad though. Free Into the Darkness.
It's a great deal.
Hey, let me leave this place and come back.
Yeah, that's a good.
But the thing, they're talking about Game Pass, that I don't like that. I mean, I understand what it is, but it's causing all kind of issues. This is why you're getting half-ass games.
Yeah.
But I digress. Let me make this clear. I have Game Pass, so I understand what they're doing. I just do not. I really hope at this point people can just move on from the conversation as far as this is the direction Microsoft is going, and either you're okay with it or you're not. Like Med said, F him, he's done with them. There's another group of people that are like, oh yeah, this is great. We don't have to pay for our games. So,
shout out to
that's fine. I mean, just I'm going to pay for my games, even though I have Game Pass. I'm going to buy Halo because I'm a Halo fan. I'm going to probably buy the Medium on PC because I like those type of games. But the rest of that that I saw was trash. Trash.
Now, shout out to Marlon. Yeah, shout out to Marlon. He fucking broke his Xbox when we were watching it live in front of you guys. That shit was crazy. Wow. Yeah, he legit broke his Xbox One. We were watching the stream. He jumped on.
But let me tell you something. Me and my Xbox are going to go to GameStop next week. Shout out to Forte. And only one of us is coming back.
Oh, shoot.
Wow. Oh God, man.
That was cold.
That was cold, but it's the truth. Shout out to Spartan, $2 super chat. He says, "Nah, read his last comment." Oh, his last comment is, I think he said, "Halo Infinite, pew pew pew." He was trying to take a joke. Shout out to Benji.
Yeah, the funny part with this whole generation, in my perspective, is how I.
Lokita, what's up?
It's been rather more of the yes men kind of parodies from all these YouTubers. That go on daily basis to damage control for Microsoft. And then you got us, the realists, the ones that really actually want a good change for the better, not for the worse. Game Pass, to me, it's a good value for you to enter the ecosystem if you're in a budget. But if it's a long-term fix for the problems, no, it is not. It's very apparent with how everything is transpiring and how they are actually using this format to say, hey guys, if you can't buy a Xbox Series X, well, you can get the PC.
Why you saying the Mark Cerny voice though? What's up with that?
That's how I see them, bro.
No, but you said it in a Mark Cerny voice. It's kind of like troubling. What's up with that, dog? Shout out to Wraith the Emperor. He dropped the $2 super chat. Oh, what's up? Go ahead, think. Before I say it.
And I don't see the enthusiasm, the aggression, the marketing strategy to say, yo, this is Xbox. We're here to wow you. We're here to give you games that you will want to gravitate to. This is more like the shine and polish kind of games that you just look at it once, okay, it's cool, it's nice, and then okay.
So whatever. You're saying if it's a piece of shit, it's still a piece of shit, just a shiny piece of shit?
I mean, if you want to put it in layman's terms,
I mean, I mean, we're not PG here. We'll be lame here.
I'm saying, can we all agree this is the direction that they're going, and so people can move
Correct. You knew this shit months ago.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to sit up here and try to say I told you so, but
you knew this shit months ago.
The lubrication's here.
Craig,
God, but you knew this months ago.
Craig, I have a question. Why is that lubrication already used?
Don't worry.
Why is it? You couldn't even.
Hey, he had to. Hey.
Make that is still full.
No, he had to squeeze a couple of facts off. Hey. No.
In the perfect left hand position.
You damn right.
Just want you to know.
No, he had to squeeze. You already know, Forte. He had to squeeze a couple off before we know. You know how it is. He had to get some facts. He had to drop some facts.
Listen, man. Basically, what he's saying is the enjoyment he got last night was better than what he saw at Xbox. I got it. I got it.
That's a lot of the architecture. Got to. Yeah, you're right.
This is his business, okay?
Hey, I don't know what's going on here, but this is funny as shit. This is funny as shit.
Just before we move on from this topic, isn't it funny and ironic that with all of these tech specs that we've been listening to, we've been looking at, the prowess of the console is nowhere to be found, and it's quite
in terms of first party,
it's quite telling that with all this presentation from the Game Awards that we saw back in December,
what the fuck is my?
We would have seen something substantial, but right now, as it stands, I don't even think this console is even ready to even do anything above 60 frames per second. I'm
Carlos, look, if I'm Lisa Sue at AMD and I saw that trash, I would go to Microsoft and just bitch slap them all.
I wouldn't even do that. I'll throw the damn Xbox.
I have a rebuttal and then I have a question, okay? Because here's my rebuttal to you, Carlos. Here's the thing, and something they need to keep in mind and people need to accept. Microsoft is now a PC gaming developer. And the most popular PC games all look kind of like shit. And you know why they look like that? Because when you want to make a PC game and you want it to be super successful, you need for it to be able to run on even very low spec PCs. So that's why the best game, like for example, like Counter-Strike, Counter-Strike will run on a toaster. It'll run on a toaster, and it's one of the most popular games on PC, top 3. And part of the reason of that is because it can run on a toaster. So the fact that Microsoft wants to dive into that PC pool, expect that from them, because you can't make your games super graphically intensive if nobody's PC can run them. Okay, and then I have a second question, and then to follow that up, I have a question for Game and Forte, because you said, Forte, that that you gave it a 9 out of 10. Mostly because
he going back to the damn slaughter.
you were fixated on Halo, and then you kind of disregarded the rest of the show. But then later
on,
you kind of changed your mind. So, maybe I missed it, but do you have like a revised number?
I ended up giving it.
Yeah. Do you have a revised number after thinking about it?
I do have a revised. I had a revised. So the show was still good. I just wish it could have been better. Halo was the down point for me, but like I said, Destiny by itself gave it a point. So I dropped it a point. I took it to an 8, but if Destiny was not a part of that show, 6.5, 7 out of 10. If it wasn't a part of it, but the fact that was there, and that's something
bias takes into account.
But that's what I'm saying. That's my bias. That's why I literally said in the beginning.
Forte, I'm gonna need you to stop capping. You don't love Destiny that much. Look at me.
Yes,
you don't love Destiny that much.
This is Destiny. My boy Forte is always gonna be a happy camper.
Bro, I already spit. Look, the fact that, let me tell you how okay I am with this. The fact that they literally just gave everybody on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate the DLC for free, and I already bought it, and I'm not getting my money back.
It's in the bargain bin for like $5, ain't it? Ain't it in the bargain bin for $5?
Bro.
It's 80.
I feel your pain,
bucks, sir.
Oh, 70.
Pain, bro.
Oh,
70. I already gave them $70.
Yo, y'all
for
some
that
simps over. Yo, I ain't gonna remember y'all some simps over there in the Destiny world.
No,
Why y'all
I
paying
already gave them
$70?
$70, and I'm not getting.
Why y'all paying $70 for DLC? What's going on with this conversation here?
Yeah,
dog?
but that's
Well,
the
it's like
season pass. That's
basically a
the
new
season pass.
game, though.
Oh.
It's a new expansion to the game.
My bad.
So I already gave them.
Yeah.
Well, also, because it comes with the expansion, and I bought the season pass for the next year too. So I already gave them that money. I'm not getting that back.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's a W. Like, regardless of everybody, the jokes and everything, like
That's a
Destiny, all the expansions on Game Pass, that's a W. I'm
a
sorry,
W.
but it's a W. It's
Now,
a W.
the one thing I
Dragon Quest is as well, by the way. It's a
Dragon
W.
Quest and that was another reason why I didn't drop it as much. But the biggest thing that I will say, and I know you guys probably, I don't know if you guys talked about it, is the expectations that they put on this show were unneeded.
They
They
fucked
hyped
themselves
the show-
up with that expectation.
They
Yeah.
hyped the show up beyond all.
People are mad. That's why people are mad.
Yeah.
That's why they're mad. Now I will say this: I think games like they show State of Decay 3. I think they're setting people up for a hard fall if that game don't come out looking nowhere near that.
That shit better look like Days Gone or fucking or Last of
see.
Us.
Bro, I'm looking at that trailer. I'm like, if this game doesn't look anything like this is gonna be a hard L.
It better be like Days Gone or Last of Us. You feel me, Forte? It gotta look like one of the two. Pick one. I don't care. It can't look like the last one with that third person view. Like, dog, no,
Exactly.
no.
And then now another thing, I know some people got on them about Fable, about saying that they didn't show enough. They just showed us basically a logo splash screen. I didn't mind that
I
because
didn't mind
you
it. It
gotta
just started.
remember-
Yeah, you just
You got to
started it.
remember, for the course of the whole year, everybody has been saying one thing in particular. I don't know if Fable's real until they show it. They need to at least acknowledge that it's real.
Yeah.
I don't care if they show a splash screen with a logo on it. We just need to know that the game is real. That has been a conversation over the course of the last
a very heavy
6 months.
conversation, bro.
It's
That's
good.
been a conversation for 6 months. I'm just basically saying, look, just announce that the game is a real thing. So when they just now, as much as I wanted them to show more, like you couldn't show somebody walking across the street in Albion. I mean, you could have showed like a character or something. That would have been nice for them to do, but I can't knock them when basically the whole community's been saying, dude, just show us that the damn game is real. Stop faking like it's not. So the fact that they showed it, I got to give them I had to give them kudos for that. I don't think it should have ended the show, because I think that's a down way to end the show where you just show a logo on the screen and like, where's the excitement in that?
You saying start the show off with that, then end it with Halo?
It probably no. I think they did good with starting the Halo. I just don't think Fable should have ended it, not the way that they did it.
So how do you end it? Crossfire X?
I don't know, man. First of all, I
mean, Crossfire looks fire.
The Obsidian's RPG.
Yeah, I would have put Obsidian's RPG, but also on top of that, I wouldn't be holding anything back waiting for Sony.
Yeah,
everybody would have been on display here.
That's the big dog in the room. Like, so if Sony comes up with this August event, if it does happen, or if it doesn't happen,
me too. It's over.
If they do show up for this August event, and they actually just take out another good fucking slew of games that were not announced for the June update event, it's practically like, yo, you're getting bitch slapped and you're not doing nothing for it.
Well, Microsoft doesn't care about that, though.
Yeah, they don't care. And a rebuttal to you, Forte. Not a rebuttal, just to add on. Sony, trust me, guys. If you think Sony didn't have a couple of bullets in the chamber ready to fire back for the show,
they were ready.
You're wrong.
They were ready.
But guess what? They didn't fire. And you know why they didn't fire? Because they were in no danger. They saw the show and they laughed, like many people did. Okay, and expect for them to show even more shit later on, because they're probably not even going to show it in August at this point, because there's no reason to. There's no reason to. And that's exactly why we need, because listen, even if you don't like Xbox, whatever, like, that's okay. If you like what you like, right? But as a gamer, you should want Xbox to do well, because the better Xbox does, the better PlayStation does. If Xbox is garbage, PlayStation has no incentive to do better. Okay, so like people celebrating like, oh my god, Xbox sucks. Blah, blah. Don't celebrate that. You're gonna take an L if you celebrate that. I'm telling you, you're gonna regret that shit. You want Xbox to be healthy. You want Xbox to do well. You want Xbox to sock Sony in the mouth. You know why? Because if they sock them in the mouth, Sony's gonna come right back with that counter right hook. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Like if you think that this Xbox losing thing, is good, wait until you see what Sony has for you.
Yeah.
Because if Xbox sucks, trust me, Sony is going to fuck you.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. This whole show, I already knew the show was going to be pretty damn good for the Xbox. Where, you know, just talking about this. And that's why I only have one PlayStation topic. And it's literally that counter if this shit is true or not, if they do this. But it was the God of War PS5. There was reports going around that God of War is going to be showcased and ready for 2021 for PS5.
Wow, that would be monumental, bro.
That's been going around.
That's coming from Moore's Law is there. And, he set the world on fire today. And a lot of people are picking up. WCCF Tech picked on some of the stuff he said. We'll have to wait and see what they're sitting on. I thought the other big bombshell was that there's he went on record to say that there's RDNA 3 in
Will you let the RDNA 3 go, please? Let it go.
Yeah. Well, he went on record. Can I finish? He went on record and said that the architecture within the PlayStation 5, their geometry architecture, has elements of RDNA 3. So again, I have to wait and see. He stuck his neck out, so you gotta bring it to him. He's the one who put it out there. So I'm not saying it's true. I'm simply saying I had been told that, but I couldn't confirm it off of a second source. He has confirmed it off of a second source. So, and there was an AMD press conference, I guess, that went over everybody's head. They specifically were asked, do any one of these consoles have RDNA 3? And AMD did not say no. They just said, well, you're going to have to ask that question to our partners, which means somebody's got it in there. So we'll have to wait and see. And again, the God of War thing is great. I certainly hope it is true. But like I said, if this other thing is true, there are going to be a lot of bruised behinds on this social media thing. But yeah, we're going to have to wait and see the God of War thing is true or not. I hope it is. It'd be great to see it. Just say, boy. That's it. That's all it's got to say.
I got you. Shout out to Wraith the Emperor. I saw you, bro. I literally have my chat all the way up. So everybody said what's up, or everybody just joining, what's up. Shout out to you guys for joining us. Had damn near 400 people in here. Shout out to you guys. Hit that like button. So shout out to Wraith the Emperor. $5 super chat. He said, all bullshit aside, I need Microsoft to come better than this, so my preferred platforms, PlayStation, steps it up for us. I need Xbox to do better. And he also dropped another one. He said, by the way, salute to you guys. Shout out to all you guys, basically. That's what he said. And
well, shout out to you, Wraith, man. Good looking, bro.
I think that's everybody. So yeah.
Yo, Blaze, wake up, bro.
I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling.
Go on, 14.
Blaze like, I'm in heaven. Let me just zone out.
Man, you in heaven?
I'm in heaven.
No, so I just been hearing. It's like the one thing that I've been hearing a lot is just people downing the hardware side of it. The biggest thing is not really the hardware. It's all like J-Dub and like you guys have been saying. It's not the hardware. It's just it's the people. It's the building these games. The talent is what needs to be done. And I've never believed in 3-4 when it came to Halo. That's why I always keep saying that, you know, this game it's like the last chance for them when it comes to me. But they still got time to fix it. But like it's like even with the Xbox One X, you know, it proved that the system was an amazing system. It's just that the talent's not there. Like, can you imagine if Naughty Dog or somebody could actually get a hold of some power like that? You know, even with the Series X, can you imagine if one of Sony's developers can get a hold of a system like that with that type of power? You know, people keep trying to poo-poo on the power of the system, and the power is there. It's just that Microsoft hasn't found a way to really harness that, like you just said. And the thing that sucks about this the most, and the thing I'm disappointed about, in especially 343, it seems like they're going backwards even more, because Halo 4 was a great looking game.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
Halo
it looked
4
next gen for its time.
looked
Yes, it was.
extremely great. Halo 5 was even better looking. It just it was other things that was wrong with the game that didn't pan out, and those are the things I wanted them to work on. And I don't have a problem with Halo going back to the roots and the way that it looks, going back to the CE look, you know, the clean, soft edges and stuff like that. But just no textures on anything. It's like the shadows, like elites don't have shadows, brutes don't have hair. I'm sitting there looking at this trailer after I was excited the first time and I saw it, and I went back and looked at it. I was like, dude, this is what's wrong. And Microsoft needs to do a better job in making sure that, hey, Phil Spencer and Matt Booty and everybody that saw this game, because trust me, they seen this trailer or this demo before it came out. And I don't understand how this even got shown on stage, because this is literally the first time that you let people see your biggest IP in the light that it needs to be seen in, and it was a straight fail. So it's not the hardware, the people. I just don't know what Microsoft thinking about with these people, and I just the next step is going to end up being heads rolling, because I think Bonnie Ross and O'Connor and all them over at 343, if they don't get this game, especially if they can't get this game out at launch and it look up to snuff, I think all them gone. I think they all gone.
Forte, I want to say one thing in regards to what you just said. Just one thing. About the brutes not having hair. In terms of like the lore, right? Not all brutes have hair.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
but none of them though. Not one.
Hold on. Now, listen, you don't know what. But before I tell you, let me explain to the people. Like, brutes come in all shapes and sizes, whatever. Some they're basically apes, right? But the thing is that it depends on like what tribe you're from. And some tribes, they shave their fur off and they tattoo themselves. So, like. Just because you didn't see fur on these brutes doesn't mean that the fur is missing or this texture is missing. Some brutes don't have fur because they shave them off.
But let me ask you this, man. Let me ask you this though. And you're absolutely right, because I read the book. You're absolutely right. You're right about that. That you're 100% correct on that. But if you're gonna show a demo of your characters for the first time, are you not going to put stuff in there that's going to at least show what it the best it can possibly look like?
That is a fact.
No, absolutely. And hold on, because I gotta address the chat.
Yeah,
I'm not damage controlling. I'm explaining something. I already said, if you've been listening to the whole podcast, that it didn't look good. So I'm not fucking damage controlling. It didn't look good. I'm simply explaining to the people who don't fucking know that not all brutes have fur. That's it. Like, I'm not damage controlling.
I mean, if they haven't read the lore of the Halo series, bro, don't even worry about it.
Yeah,
and I bet that clown, so he can go. Peace out.
Yeah. Ooh, you know the fucked up part about it too, though? That shit ended up becoming the biggest meme of 2020.
Dude,
you can't escape this shit. Like, I'm not even bullshit. You can't escape it. You can't escape it.
But that one with the Shrek ears on it, oh my god, that shit was hilarious.
If you're in the Press Start Podcast Discord, they made one with it's that character, the brutes, but it's wearing a green Xbox hat and a green Xbox shirt. It's so good.
The one that killed me, the one that really fucking killed me and made my week is the one with from Spider-Man. No, the one from Spider-Man is what broke my fucking disbelief. That shit said, everywhere I go, I see his face. I was like, yo, stop.
No. Did y'all see the one from the Ricky one?
Oh yeah,
my
that Boys in the Hood joint. Yo,
my
god.
They are rolling with these fucking memes.
20 minutes. I was like, yo, this is the best one.
Yo.
A lot of people didn't even notice in the thumbnail. I had the dude in the thumbnail. A lot of people didn't notice it. He's on the mountain. Little dude.
Bro, this shit was hilarious.
That shit.
That's all I got.
They actually named the brute too. 343 is racing it, and they named it. They actually named it.
What's its name? 12 T's.
His name is Craig the Tech Guy.
Oh, cool.
They named him. And I mean, granted, I'm not gonna try to. I'm not gonna knock them from having fun with the situation, because they kind of put themselves in it. It's like, what else are you gonna do? I mean, it's out there in the world. You might as well try to make light of it, but
It's like The Last of Us,
that's
right,
kinda
Forte?
crazy, man.
It's basically
That's
their
crazy.
Last of Us moment, Forte. Remember when the leaks were spread around? This is basically the same thing for them. It's the leaks, but it's like, you know, this time it's the memes.
I'll bet you the name is Pork Chop. I'll bet you the name is Pork Chop.
Nah, it was
Yo,
one
yo,
picture.
all right, listen,
It was
bro,
one
before I-
picture that had me
seriously, I'm
crying.
about to fall asleep with this trash, bro. Please. I'm literally falling asleep over it.
So what you want to talk about?
I want to talk
Mate.
about something. I want to talk about something with a little more blue and a little more higher than 69 shit because I'm really
Oh, shit. Tell those motherfuckers. Tell them to
I'm
announce something that we can talk about.
Oh, I got you. I got you. Let me save you. Let me save you. I
I
got
want
you.
to ask Forte something.
And I don't want to talk about Jeff Keighley holding the controller and playing a game. We don't want to see Jeff Keighley holding it. 'Cause that man, he didn't even know how to play the game he was playing.
Jeff Keighley look old, man. By the way, but yo,
He dated the
He
model.
is old. He is
Dated
old.
the model though.
Forte,
Give him
that
that.
shooting in Halo looked alright though, right? Like the feedback
Oh, no.
looked alright. That
Well,
ass.
the
gameplay looked fine. The gameplay looked fine.
The only thing I want to
Just
say is
needed
when
more
he sticks
effects out of it,
to,
man.
yeah, when he sticks the stupid grappling hook, you see the guy doesn't react to the grappling at all. There's like nothing even happened to him. The thing goes in him, and he's just
Dude, he ain't even
Over
react
there.
when he got hit in the face by an elbow.
come on.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah. We'll
So
see.
let me ask you, I got this one question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What's up?
With this being said, right, this was their biggest shot. This was, Halo's their biggest franchise. This was supposed to sell people on a X Series X. Now a lot of people are kind of iffy about that. Where do they go? Where do they go from here? Because a bunch of their games, right? We've seen a ton of their games are right now currently in pre-production. So those games are going to be ready for another 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
By then, you're looking at towards the end of next generation. And so is that prepping for the following generation after that? Like, where do we go from here? We went from wait to E3 for 6 years, right?
Hey,
to
chat.
wait to this show.
Your guess is as good as mine. Chat.
You're the PlayStation and PC. That's where we go.
Yeah.
That's where we
no way.
go.
I already told you where I'm going in the future. My video, my rant, and that was my last
There's
video. I'll
no
drop.
reason to buy an Xbox unless you're one of those guys who are like, I refuse to play on PC.
Yeah.
Listen, if you want to fucking play these Xbox games, cop yourself a PC.
Just cop a PC.
Cop yourself a PS5, and you're gonna have a great next generation.
And the funny thing is, you'll never have to replace the hardware.
Oh, and to add on,
You'll
and
never
to
have
add
to
on
replace the
that,
hardware.
And to add on to that, you don't need to spend $1,200 to play on PC. You can
Yeah, you don't.
easily
You don't.
buy
That's a myth.
yourself a very affordable PC that can actually run these games to their minimum spec and still play them over at 60 frames per second
That's right.
as well.
That's right.
So
That's true.
all that, oh, you need to spend $2,000, $2,500 to play top-notch 4K games. That is bullshit.
Yeah,
can
you
play
don't have to.
comfortably
You don't
at
have to
80.
do. Listen, guys, you don't have to spend over $3,000 and go over the
You
top
don't.
like this guy. You don't have to do this. You don't have to go what I did.
Don't
have
be like Ryan.
You don't have to
Don't
do
be
that.
like Ryan.
I
No.
built this for the channel and for gaming aside, but you don't have to do that.
And for anybody
Forte,
listening,
Forte, show 'em
a
that beast rig, bro.
PC will cost you a little bit more than a
There
console.
you go,
It will.
Forte. There you go, Forte. Talk that
You're going
shit,
to make all
Forte. Talk
You're
that
going to make
shit.
all that money back. You're going to make all that money back. You know why?
Talk
Because
that
you're
shit,
never gonna have to
Forte.
pay
I
for
see
online
you.
fees. You're never going to have to pay for online fees, and you're going to have cheaper games. Okay?
Yep.
So because like the next generation, I don't think you can build a PC that matches it for like $500 like you used to.
No,
but like
no,
you can
that's
build a
impossible.
PC for like
They
$700-800. But you will make that money back by not paying for online, and you're gonna have a better experience. And you're gonna not only have Xbox games, but you're gonna have a lot of the PlayStation games because a lot of them are coming over. I don't think all of them will, but a lot of them.
Some are gonna
So,
make that jump. I'm waiting for Bloodborne to make
build a
that jump,
PC, get yourself a PS5, and you're good to go.
bro. I'm waiting for
Ryan, that was
Bloodborne.
a
That's
cute
all I
little
need.
PC, Ryan. Nice, cute little PC. That was cute.
Oh, what you got? What you got, fam? Nah, what you got? What you got, motherfucker? What you got?
That was cute.
I step your
No,
shit up,
let's see that-
motherfucker. What
Let's
you
see
got?
that
Let's
beast
see that
rig.
rig.
Ah,
Let's see that rig, dog. Nah. You want to come up in here? You going to disrespect me, man? You ain't go green? Hey, you going to disrespect me and then go green? Hey, get that,
See that
man.
boss hog, man. Come on, show that boss hog, bro.
Man,
Yo, Sony's God. What do we got next?
Before we get into this, man.
Are we done shit on Xbox?
Yeah, we're done. We're done. Let's go ahead and move on to
what are the topics you got for us, Ryan? Go ahead, hit us.
So the Wise Old Gamer, shout out to him for $5 super chat. He said, I think moving folks directly to Game Pass is a mistake. They need to move folks to the console first and then move them to Game Pass. Salute to you guys. Shout out to you, the Wise Old Gamer. Appreciate
the Gaminator sent me a link about Far Cry 5.
Yeah, it's 4K. Yeah.
Right. So all that talk was for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheeks getting busted. It's all that's happening this
week. Pretty much everything that everybody was trying to like throw out here and like, you know, say it's impossible is literally getting confirmed to be possible. 4K is going to be the thing. My question for you guys, I'm just going to start with a question. I'm not even going to get into the topic. I'm just going to get into a question. For PS5, obviously, after what you guys just seen here, and we know we got confirmation that Miles Morales has a 4K 60 mode, is this the direction that they should go? Like, for example, they should have a mode for strictly visuals and go for performance for the other. Is that something that you think they're going to prioritize for their first party?
Let's start off with J-Dub. Let's start off with J-Dub.
Go ahead, J-Dub.
Yes. That will be the direction. That seems to be the direction that they're going to go. It's already confirmed. Far Cry is doing the same thing. They're going to have PS5 is going to be 4K 60. Some other third parties are going to be 4K 60. I think it was prematurely of us to see one game be 30 frames and automatically shit on the whole next gen, which a lot of gamers tend to do that. You get one piece of information that's not confirmed, you jump the gun on it, shit on the whole generation. And now we're finding out a lot of these games are going to be 4K 60, and a lot of them going to have, not only a performance mode but a visual mode, which I'm okay with. To me, that's similar to PC, where you can turn your settings up and down, to your liking, and I'm okay with that, especially for $500, a $500 console. I'm a-okay with it. This is the future. This is where I think guys are going to go for Sony first party and for Microsoft.
All right, good question. I mean, good answer, bro. Good answer. Let's go to Big Mike. He's been quiet over laughing at everybody's antics. What's your take on that?
Spider-Man Miles.
No, performance. Well, the question I asked you. Did you hear what I said? Remember, friendship. Friendship.
Oh Lord.
But yeah, options are great. Like J-Dub said, options are great, and we should be getting that from now on. Since we're going to the next gen, we should be getting 4K 60 or 1440 60 frames, because frames is more important to me than graphics. Because I've been playing Destiny. I'm aware on Forte, like Destiny all my life. I played on Destiny from Xbox to PlayStation, and it was 30 frames per second. And then when I built my PC and jumped onto it and started playing on 120 frames per second on my PC and went back to console, you can tell the difference between night and day. Night and day. From now on, most games from first party should be, give you those options: performance mode and a graphics mode. If you're into graphics, do the graphics. If you're into performance, do the performance. I'm going to go for the frames.
All right. All right. Mr. Messiah, what's your thoughts on it, bro?
Mr. Lubrication.
Well, as far as is it being able to do the things that people said it couldn't do? They didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. But that's the end of that. Of course it can do 60. It's RDNA 2. It's got VRS. It's got all that stuff on it. So, it's unfortunate that they had to come to this. But, I don't mind a 60 FPS mode, and like Big Mike was saying, and even a 30. I mean, they just disclosed the date of the belt. Yeah, even a 30.
30.
Because again, a 30. Again, let me make this clear. If you think you're going to buy a console for $500 and it not have 30 FPS games, you got hoe in you. Okay, 30's not going anywhere. Neither is checkerboarding. Neither is dynamic resolutions. If you want all that stuff at 60 frames a second, go buy yourself a damn PC.
No. You said no. Bullshit. Don't wink at me, Mets. No. 30. No. 60. Give me 60. I don't care if it's 1440. Give me 60. No, I don't care.
But I'm telling you, 30 isn't going anywhere. Didn't they just put Well, didn't the medium just come out? The people who make it said it's going to be 30 FPS.
Yeah,
It did.
FPS for me. It ain't gonna
Well,
So just
be FPS for me.
all right, there you go. Forte, what's your thoughts, bro? What's your thoughts? Should that be the standard, bro? Are we breaking the trend here?
Are you really about to answer me that question?
I guess not.
Go ahead.
I'm all Forte. I'm all ears.
Forte.
I think he bought it out. I'll go to
we
Blaze.
lost him.
I think we lost him. Yeah, he'll come back. Let me go to Blaze. Blaze. Are we out? Are we out the fucking end game? Are we breaking it down? No.
Look. If we're getting options with a PS4 Pro, look for that trend to continue. We're gonna get more options, and like I said, all the PS4 games are gonna be, gonna have patches for the PS5, the important ones right away. Right? Go ahead, Forte. You back? You want me to get my bars off? Or you want to jump in?
All right.
Hello.
You good, Forte?
Yeah, I'm back.
Go ahead. Get your bars off. Bro.
You asked me was about 30 frames, right? Is that what you really asked me?
I was asking, are we
games
done?
Having options and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, even options? Okay, so first of all, let's get this straight.
What is going on?
I don't know what the hell 30 frames per second is next generation.
Thank you.
That shouldn't be a damn thing. I get what people are saying about, it should be an option, but it should only be one option. It should be literally 60 frames per second should be the only option next generation. It should not be 4K 30. That should whoever thinks that, go jump in a river, because that is ridiculous. If like the median saying that their game is going to be 4K 30 because that's just the way they want to build their game and they wouldn't be able to do it any other way. I'm sorry, my game will be 4K 30 or 1440p 60. Because I'm just going to play.
Kind of bought it out, bro.
We lost. Him. There we go.
You lost me.
Okay.
All
okay.
right. All right, you know what? Let me.
No. We hear you. Keep going.
We hear you now. But it's like Bisclot, yeah.
Look, man,
keep going.
This can't be happening. And the reason I'm so passionate about this is because if we keep saying it's okay to give us 30 frames per second, they gonna keep giving it to us. Until people stop saying, like, dude, 30 frames per second shouldn't even be in your vocabulary going into next generation. It should not even be there.
I need to say something because I saw a Twitter post that said this game is 30 frames per second because A, they're rendering two worlds.
All right, I jumped on my phone, so I ain't gonna drop it.
Okay.
They're going for a cinematic experience.
I thought it was filming. I thought it was filming.
Been at the theater? You ever been at the theater?
Yes.
And watch a movie and think to yourself, "Yo, I wish this was more like a video game."
No.
Exactly. So why the fuck do we want our games to be cinematic? Get this 30 frames per second shit out of this fucking vocabulary. Like this cinematic shit, filmic shit. Get it out of the gamer lexicon. Because there's no such thing as cinematic games. You know what cinematic games are? An excuse for having subpar games. And we should not be accepting this garbage. These systems can do it. And the fact that Spider-Man has a 30 frames per second and more, visual fidelity mode, right? That's cool, but they're also including a 4K 60 mode, right? And that's awesome. And whatever, I don't know how to pronounce your name. It's a bunch of letters, and not every game can be 60 FPS. Get real. How about you get real? Hop on the PC and see that literally every game can be 60 FPS. But the fact is that these developers are pigeonholing you into 30 FPS, and you just buy all of their bullshit excuses. No, we are not buying their bullshit excuses. There's no such thing as cinematic games. Games are games. Movies are movies. 60 FPS or bust.
Yeah, damn right. And I can attest to that because when I played Gears 5 on my PC, right? And mind you, I played Gears on all the Xbox rated consoles, including the Xbox One. When I jumped ship and actually put on Gears 5 and I actually went over 60 frames per second at 1440p with ultra detail, mind you, ultra detail at 1440p, the game looked it way much better, much more cleaner, and more refined. So frame rates over resolution any type of the day, bro. That's how I play.
It
I
ain't
could care less
happening
about
next
4K.
generation.
I could care less about 4K. Yeah, I know that, Craig. I know next gen we're gonna
1440p,
see a lot
I
of
mean, hell,
compromises
yeah.
again.
Do
But-
something about 4K. They could have seen an insane improvement for games this gen with 1440p alone and could have had 60.
And
With
that's
Xbox One X.
that's
Give
where
us
my
the
whole
option.
premise.
Give us the option.
And that's my whole premise with this whole generation that we had with the Series X, not the Series X, but the Xbox One
At
X,
1X, yeah.
and the PS4 Pro. These consoles should have been slated as 1440p rated consoles. Why? Because of the limitations of the CPU, and secondly, the GPUs themselves were not that beefy. If we would have had a just medium 1440p 60 output for both consoles, trust me, nobody would have been complaining about T-flops. Every developer would have been happy with making the games up to that subpar medium to high settings at 1440p, and the games will look great. You don't
But
need
the
4K.
problem, Carlos, the problem with that is you can't market 1440p. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. My cousin don't even know what 1440p. My cousin said, "Oh, I can't wait to see the next Uncharted on the PS5." He don't care about what we're talking about. He cares about the pop and the visuals because that's what he wants. He wants to see the graphics get better and better. For me personally, I get better. For me, I'd rather have best of both worlds. If I can run the game at 4K 60 or 4K 120, I'll do that. If I can't, my resolution is going to drop to 1440, like you said, and I'll play it at a high frames that way. But look, if the PS4 Pro has options, not a lot of them, but a lot of games give you options here and there, right? Just look for the first party games, especially third party. It is what it is. But I'm telling you, these first party better fucking have options. Or the first look, I know these Sony guys are gonna buy the games anyway. I'll probably end up buying God of War if it's at 30. I'll be cringing in my sleep, but I'll still probably buy it because it's God. And then but I'm serious. Like it needs an option. Just give us an option. Look, let us drop the resolution and play how we
Exactly.
want. That's it.
Blaze, so many people. I don't mind 30 frames per second. Listen, that's great. That's your prerogative.
Yeah, to experience it.
Exactly. How about you give me the option, and if you want your cinematic fucking 4K, 8K games, that's fine. You can have them. I will gladly lower the resolution, gladly lower the detail level, and play it at 60, 120. Why is it so hard to give us options? Why are you people against options? Why?
Options are better for everyone, bro. It's just plain and simple.
I don't understand why people are just okay with being told what to do and how to play their games.
And you know what's funny about 1440p? A lot of every for the primary, like, look, 70% of the PC guys I know are playing at 1440p, but they look at the PS4 Pro
60,
when
yeah.
Digital Foundry, when Digital Foundry shows the resolution PS4, oh, it's 1440p. Oh, 1440p, ha ha ha, bro. Every PC guy I know is primarily playing at 1440p, if not lower.
What that's saying right there.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
3540 by 1440. So you got a 34-inch monitor with a 1440 base resolution, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Widescreen, right?
All day, baby. Look at that.
LG.
Bro, what I don't understand is
Some
that
weirdos,
people's reluctance to have options. Why are people so willing to just give in and just be told how to play their games? Why aren't you fighting for options? Like, if you like 4K 30, that's great. But what if the developer that you love makes their game 1440p and 60 FPS? Are you not going to complain and tell them, yo, I don't want 1440p and 60. I want 4K 30. Are you going to complain then?
Yeah.
Fight for your options. Fight for your options.
I mean, you either fight for your
that's the
options
thing.
or everybody else is going to evolve and move away from you. That's just how it is. Like, that's what a lot of us are changing. We're just moving on from the situation to other platforms.
Yeah, and this is the thing people don't realize the most.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this question.
What's up?
What looks better? 4K 30 ultra settings or 4K 60 ultra settings?
60. 60.
Now,
Ultra settings.
now, it depends, because this is the thing, right?
Go ahead.
We all get gaffled. With the higher frame rates are better for the resolution. But at times, if you put a 4K 30 ultra image next to a 4K 60 ultra image, you can tell the differences because it's very minimalistic. The only way you can tell is by the sparse rendering in the background, the way the textures are overlaid on the ground, and the use of effect of ray tracing within the image. That's how you can tell whether both images are slightly different, but it is very, very hard to tell.
You know where you tell the difference at though? Pick
By
up the
playing
controller,
it.
you start playing.
Exactly. That's the only way. People
Exactly.
don't know it
That's
better
where you
unless they
notice
use
it.
You gotta play it, bro. You gotta experience. It's like trying to explain what HDR is to people, bro. Like I can't explain to you what I'm seeing.
You have to
just gotta
experience
turn
it
on the
yourself.
TV.
Yeah, gotta
Gotta
see it
experience
yourself.
it.
Your eyes,
That's
your
true.
experience will really justify it, and it'll click there. So
Nah, man, it's time. It's time that see, this is the problem. They know the casuals move the world, right? But if enough people make us think about it, we've been doing it for a long time. Look, just give us the option. If you want to make it, you want to make your game pop. Look at it. Look, when these consoles drop, you're gonna see a lot of games at 30. You know why? Because they want the pop. They want you to say, "Wow, look at these next gen games." That's what they're gonna go for. But they should still give us the fucking option. It's not gonna hurt nobody to throw in an option.
Exactly.
well,
Exactly.
for
if you want to play 8K30, awesome. That's great for you, but I don't want that. I'd rather take the 1440p or 4K60. Like, it's not gonna hurt you for me to have options. Like, you can pick your option, and I can pick mine. Like,
And that's the beauty of PC gaming in a
fight
nutshell.
for that. Please fight for that, because, like, everything is all fun and games as long as they cater to your option that you would have chosen anyway. Until they don't have your option available, and that's where you start complaining.
Weren't
Yeah.
games at 60 back in the day anyway, Meds? Weren't like
Oh yeah, man! You had plenty of
Yeah.
games on the PS1 that was 60 frames per second.
Bro, many games
Yeah.
on PS1 were 60 frames, many games on N64 were 60 frames, and even SNES and NES.
Yep.
yeah. Shout out to Panty Gamer. He said, you can complain all you want, but complaining didn't give us 60 on the Pro when it came to Bloodborne. We're still getting 30. Well, here's the thing about the Pro. The Pro was just made with HDR in mind. It wasn't really like an insane
Just for
beefed up
HDR.
hard. Yeah. That's not really a good representation. I get what you're saying. We didn't get it with Pro,
the Pro
but
was made for the VR system. Period.
that's really
That's
yeah.
right.
Ryan, a great game is going to be a great game regardless. Okay, Legend of Zelda.
We're trying to make it
Ocarina of
even
Time
better. It
if
could
you
make it
put
even
up
better.
The original N64, guess what? That frame rate was 20 frames per second, which is below even what I consider to be unacceptable.
Yeah.
Okay, but a great game is a great game no matter what the fucking resolution, no matter what the frame rate. But will a game that is already great be better if I had more frames? Absolutely. So give
Yeah.
me the option, please.
Yeah.
I mean, options are a thing that actually make things better. When you go buy a car, are you gonna buy the same car that the next person is buying? No, you want certain features on that car to cater to your mannerisms. For example, if I buy a Lamborghini, I want my Lamborghini to at least have some good looking seats, right? Great upholstery, great steering wheel, and a robust engine. Now, the next person might not want those same options as I have, right? But they want something slightly different. So those options are something very viable to those who want to continue to get things in a better perspective. And options are not bad. They're actually good, people. There are actually great options out there.
Yeah.
You know what, man? Shame on. Look, this is why these Xbox guys, they take it personal, man. Like, just look, like, I don't understand if a girl kept cheating on you and just actually, if your girl just kept treating you like shit all the time and she cleaned the house a little bit and when like, yo, babe, you missed all that dirt in the corner. Well, you know what I mean? Just take this. Well, at least I'm cleaning. I'm doing something. Like, I feel like these Xbox guys say, like, look, just because we bought all these studios. You bought all these studios, but what? But what are you doing with them? They're not ready. They're so behind the fucking ball that, dude, this is gonna look. This whole PlayStation shitting on Xbox talk is gonna go on for years to come until Xbox is ready and these other studios are actually ready to deliver these games. They showed Hellblade as an Xbox One X, showcase when they first revealed the console, and then we see it today and there's no fucking gameplay. You can't show me nothing. You can't even show me a real they can't even show me.
Wait, they showed you the rocks. They showed you the rocks of the island. What are you talking about? That's
Bro, they went to Iceland, bro. That's more than
you saw the rocks of the island. That's
They went
enough
to
for me.
Iceland.
Yeah, they went to
Schroeders,
Iceland. Yeah, they went to Iceland.
They shut up. That's ultimately, like somebody said on Twitter this morning. When you guys shut up, we'll kick. The guy literally said, "When you guys shut up, we'll quit kicking you in the balls." Because it's simply they won't shut up and just accept, "Hey, look, here's where the thing is going," and they, it's just damage control, damage control. That's why it was funny to see somebody say after the PS5 and Series X come out, they're done with it. They're done with the whole back and forth thing and stuff like that. It's like, well, shit, you're out here spreading misinformation. Shut up. The reason why, that's all there is to it. You're the one spreading misinformation. You need to shut up. Then there's nothing to say. Because what can somebody say? Stop lying, and then then your doorbell won't ring, and somebody won't knee you in your nuts. Because that's all that's going to keep happening to you if you keep lying.
Never in my life have I seen. Look, this is like the last 2 years. I've never seen so many Xbox dudes switch over. Never in my life have I ever seen that many dudes switch over at once. Crazy.
And 2 years ago, I became the messiah of Xbox, and I led them out of the bullshit to the promised land.
Look at Craig. He built a PC. Look at Big Mike. He built a PC. Lifelong console guys. In 2015, lifelong console guy. I built a PC. And you know why I built a PC? I alluded to it earlier in the podcast. Because Halo 5 was so fucking disappointing. And
you can't.
And I turned to my PlayStation 4 and I realized I didn't want this choppy frame rate no more. And that's why I went to PC. Yeah. I wanted better. So you know what I did? I went and I got better.
Yeah.
People,
that's it.
If you want better, you need to, guys, you need to ask for better. Closed mouths don't get fed. Period.
Plain and simple, bro.
When Phil Spencer said they're putting all their games on PC, that was it. It was their quote unquote console war was over. But these guys keep flapping their gums. And that's the problem.
Craig, you're right. As soon as an Xbox game started flooding to PC, the console, it was over, because at that point, Xbox is saying, look, whatever, you can play our game wherever you want. Like, that killed, for me, that I don't give a shit to this day. I will stand on my rock, bro. That killed the Xbox brand. No, well, Blaze, the Xbox Game Pass, yes, are they making strides with Game Pass? Is it super popular? Is it super value? Yes. But what I'm saying is the point to own the fucking console is gone. Okay? And I'm not saying everybody's going to run out and buy a PC. There's plenty of people are going to buy it, but look.
It's no longer the bread and butter for Xbox anymore, bro. It's no longer the bread and butter. The consoles is more or less a substantiating asset for them, so that they can continue to get at least some kind of revenue in from it. Because remember, you still got the Game Pass, the Ultimate Game Pass subscription on the consoles itself. So a lot of people next gen will not suffice to buy physical all that much on the Xbox side. So it makes more sense for them to do it this way, so that they can keep something afloat within the brand. But it is true, this whole Game Pass debacle and how it's shaping up to be, there's no necessity for the hardware. I myself, I've played consoles since pre-Nintendo, Sega Genesis, SNES days, bro. Game Gear, Game Boy, Atari Jaguar, 32X, PlayStation 1, Dreamcast, PS2. I've been a lifelong console gamer, right? And then the minute that I saw this move by Microsoft when they were announcing, oh, we're going to transition to PC more orientated services, I was like, you know what? I'm done with this shit.
Yeah.
I gave my son my Xbox One.
Yeah, shout out to, I was ready to say that, shout out to the homie Hip Hop Gamer in the chat. I see you, bro. Thank you.
Shout out to Hip Hop.
Big shout out to my brother, man. Salute.
I
watched that
bro.
T-Pain interview. That was fire. That T-Pain interview. That was good.
Yeah.
And I transitioned.
Hey, we need to on some real talk. We need to get you. We need to get you on here next week, Hip Hop. If you free, we'll get you on. We should get you on here next week. It's shit, man.
All right.
Keep it up.
Yo, Ben.
What's up, man?
And I transitioned.
I gotta go to.
All right,
bro.
No problem. Man. Thanks for coming through, bro. Thanks for coming through.
Yo, yeah. So before I leave,
Forte.
If you don't want to X, all you need.
PC, bro.
All you need is PC Game Pass. And guess what? All you Xbox file and you get all your
salute, man.
Just remember that you don't need an Xbox to enjoy it. Don't spend $600 if they ain't doing it.
Hey, yo, Alex took me. Alex had to pull me into therapy about that with the series. He's like, Ron, come here. Let me talk to you for a second. Why would you spend $500 or something that you don't need when you have this? I'm like, Alex, I'm trying to be fair to people. Don't buy shit that you don't need when you don't need to buy.
Alex is like the worst stand. Don't be listening to Alex. Alex is a worse stand than it is for the next. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have to have a rebuttal to that. Don't listen to Gaming Forte. You should absolutely listen to Alex.
No. So you trying to say you shouldn't buy a PlayStation with all those great games that may not come?
Alex never said that.
Oh Lord.
Now to finish off for my.
I'll see y'all guys later. Y'all have a good rest of the show.
Later, bro. Thanks for coming through.
Take it easy, my brother.
Much love and respect, Forte. Peace out, bro.
Later, brother. Shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. We got you, bro. Next week. Oh yeah, Hip Hop Gamer coming through. Go hit that like button. I'm just gonna ask everybody this last day. Right, we're gonna have them next week. We're gonna have this last. But before I get into this topic, I gotta say shout out to GOW. He said he had a hurricane. And it took out his internet, so it was a hurricane over there.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, he just said, he just hit me up.
So, my brother.
Yo,
he lost power. Yeah.
Best wishes to you, J Dub.
Yo, give me a call, J Dub. If anything else, give me a call. You know my number.
Hit us up later if you can.
Keep us updated on Twitter, please, J Dub.
So his power's out over there. So shout out to J Dub for coming through. Salute. I know it's been a hectic show. It's been a fucking fire show. I'm just gonna end this with one question that we all should end this show on, right? It's a gaming related question here, an actual gaming related question. What are you guys playing? What's your what's the game of the week for you? I guess you can say, and let me know. Is there anything that you're looking forward to going into later into 2020 or into 2021 for these next gen consoles? So I'm gonna start off with Big Mike. What's up, bro? What you playing? What you looking forward to, bro?
I've been playing a little bit of everything. I've been on Ghost of Tsushima, and I've been playing Temtem on PC, and Paper Mario.
I saw you reviewed that, and I left a comment. Shout out to you, bro, playing Temtem. That's a great game. Play that shit.
I didn't think I was gonna like it. Someone actually gifted it to me and said,
"Bro, it's better than Pokemon. It's better than Pokemon."
I am liking it.
Mike, I am coming, and we're gonna play co-op.
I'm down. And I've been playing Paper Mario Origami King on Switch.
Okay. Let's keep this going. Meds, what you playing, bro? I know you were giddy. Let's go. What you playing, bro?
Okay, I wanted to go first. Honestly, I just like the sound of my own voice. But I've been playing Counter-Strike, trying to practice because in an hour, tune into Oh No, It's Alex's stream because me, him, Fratanga, Mario Sniper, we're going to be all playing Counter-Strike, and it's going to be amazing. So please tune into that. But I've been playing that, and also I've been playing a little bit of that Paper Mario on Switch. It's fantastic. I only get to play it at work because, honestly, my Switch only gets play at work because it's portable, right? So that game is actually pretty dope as well. And outside of that, this week I've just been playing my regular Persona 4 on Steam, of course, and Gears 5. I've been playing a lot of Gears 5. If anybody was disappointed with Gears 5 at launch, yo, play that shit now. Gears 5 is awesome right now. Play that shit. It's really good.
Okay, all right. Mr. Messiah, what you playing, bro?
A little bit of everything. Like Mike was saying, I'm doing Ghost of Tsushima. Still learning how to play that. Still playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey towards the end of that game on PS4. Then on a PC, I'm doing the DCS flight sims. So I've been showing footage of that, having fun. So yeah, just waiting on and what I'm looking forward to down the road, the Microsoft flight sim and Madden, to see how Madden handles all the stuff going on right now. So that ought to be fun. So yeah, that's it for me. That's next month. The flight sim game and Madden come out in like 20 days. So
okay. I see Blaze looking like he see the depths of hell. What you put? Let me go ahead and get him out. I know he about to go to sleep. I know he had enough. He's like, damn, I'm tired. Blaze, what you playing, bro?
I'm playing Ghost, bro.
You playing greatness? That's it. You playing greatness? I got you.
Shit, bro, you keep finding different types of armor, different unique shit, man. That game Bro, that's the most screenshot.
I got seen in my Blaze Force. That's it.
That's it, bro.
That's it, bro. That's it.
I gotta send you one of these, Ryan. Play some kills on dog.
All right.
Oh, yeah, and Blade. Yeah, and Blade. I'm saving up for that 28.
If you wanna link up and play a little bit of Killzone Mercenary, just holla at me, dog.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Yo, and Craig, when I
Yes,
sell
sir.
I'm gonna sell my 2080 Ti for $350, $400 if you want it.
Yeah, I'll take it for 300 because NVIDIA is yeah, I'll take it.
I said
I'm checking the board
350
right
and
now.
400, Craig.
Well, that's what I said.
Okay, well he got
I'll
he
make sure the middle-
wait. Well, he got that RGT discount. You gotta give him that.
I'll give you that.
You
I'll
gotta
give you that Zaddy
You
discount.
gotta give him that Zaddy discount. There you go.
What is that? You trying to get that discount?
Hey,
Okay.
Zaddy discount, man. I appreciate you doing that. Honestly, Blaze. There ain't no way in hell I'm gonna pay $1,200 for a graphics card. So, but yeah, man, just hit me up on it. Next month's my birthday. I don't know when the new cards are coming out for you guys. I don't know if that's September, but just let me know. I can go ahead and start putting some money in an account. That way we can work it out. Just let me know, brother.
All right, I got yo. If these cards come out, look, I hope these cards don't come out. I know a lot of PC guys are like, what? Why? Like, why? Because it's gonna be an expensive year, bro.
It's gonna be expensive as hell. Yeah.
Now, are you going to get a NVIDIA card?
I'm not
AMD
committing
card?
to those, to be honest with you, until I see the benchmarks. That's what I gotta see. I
Look.
want to see benchmarks first.
I usually don't support green, Craig, but when it comes to PC, it has to be NVIDIA. I'm not
So you're
dealing
gonna
with
get. All right.
for
so
the
all the.
GPU side. For the GPU side, for the CPU
Yeah.
side, it's a little different. But I'm saying,
Oh no, I understand. Yeah. Well, I was just going to ask. So the early benchmarks that Navi, this big Navi they're calling it, it's running circles around the 20 series. Is that?
Yeah, but you
putting any
can't
value in it?
buy that. You can't buy that because it's the company talking. You can't buy that.
Well, that's
We'll see
fine.
when it
That's
comes
fair.
out.
That's fair.
I doubt it. We'll see though.
We'll see though. I'm rooting for them just like I root for Xbox.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's fine. Yeah. No, I've got my money. Yeah, I'm excited. I'll have the money at the end of August.
All right.
So
Carlos, what you playing, bro?
Well, I recently finished The Last of Us 2, finally, after a hiatus of not playing so much. But as of lately, it's just been The Last of Us 2, Assetto Corsa on the PC, because, you know, I modded out the Assetto Corsa, so I'm playing with custom cars, custom tracks. I've played a couple of slew of other games too, Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, Crash Bandicoot Racing, and just going back to some old games on my PS4 library just to knock it out, you know, just a little bit. But as far as everything else goes, I can't wait till I play Ghost of Tsushima. I kid you not. That's gonna be the next game that I'm about. Nah, I haven't played it yet. I'm doing kind of a re-up session right
Your
now.
pony
'cause,
card's been revoked, sir. No, I'm playing.
Hey,
I'll play.
it
I'll
could be
play,
revoked,
dog.
But I
I'm
did
playing,
finish
dog.
playing that Last of Us.
You did,
Yo,
sir.
Carlos.
You did, sir.
Carlos, hold on. Let me kick you out of this chat real quick. Hold on.
Bro, trust me, I got the deluxe version in my cart. I'm just waiting for some bills to get passed by, and then I'll.
Bro, if it's a money thing, then don't. It is what it is, bro. But I thought you were skipping it. You skipped it just because, like, you didn't
Oh
want to
hell
play.
no, I'm not, bro. I'm a Kurosawa fan, bro.
I got you, bro. I thought you were
Come
skipping it because
on.
you're like, I thought you weren't
Hell
sure about the
no.
game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought you maybe weren't.
Bro,
Hey, you
I
right.
love my Japanese kosher style games, especially samurai based games.
Yeah.
It is a must. I
You're
still
gonna-
own the original. I still own the 3 original Unimusha series games for the PS2. They are still in my
You're
collection.
gonna fucking, dude. You're gonna just look. I swear, I'm gonna sound biased on my PlayStation, but that game is so fucking beautiful, bro. Like I'm telling you.
Nah, I seen the screenshots, bro. Trust me. I am definitely copping that game. I'm just, you know, trying to re-up on my finances for the time being. But once I get to that pinnacle point, bam, that's gonna be a cop, and it's gonna be my next game to play.
Hey, shout out to the common sense from the RDX podcast, Mr. Jay Fonzarelli. I see you in the chat, bro. Because we already know Dealer's not going to pull up. He's too afraid to pull back up. Now I'm playing. Shout out to Dealer. Shout out to you guys.
The only
but-
person with some sense on that podcast. Shout out to Fonz.
That is
Oh, trust me, I will have a hell of a time with Ghost of Tsushima, people. Don't worry. Once you start seeing my screenshots on Twitter, By the way, follow me at just me and my girls 4 on Twitter. You will see me a whole lot of posting up of Ghost of Tsushima. Trust me.
Go check out my screenshots, people. Like I feel like I spend like 10 minutes making one screenshot, and
Bro.
I feel like they got likes, but they need more, bro. I feel like my shit should be on the cover somewhere. Like it's just a beautiful. Bro.
Yeah, it's really good. For me, when I'm playing, obviously Ghost of Tsushima. I've been able to play a little bit because I've been busy with this, this YouTube thing a little bit. But I've been fixing some time.
That's a good game.
I'm definitely getting back on it
good.
today. Before I get back on it, might play Carlos or some Tekken on the PC if he's up for it. We'll play some few rounds.
Let's go.
And then that's pretty much.
I'll get the Hori Hayabusa ready for you.
My
sir.
shit right there, play. Razor
Okay,
Pantera is
you
over there, dog. You already know.
Let's
It's over there, dog.
Fire.
Huh? But
Shout out to my dad, Solid Rev, my dad.
what he in the chat? I don't see him.
No, but he gonna see it after.
Oh, shout out to Rev. Good review of the Xbox show, and shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Let me tell you, man, this is one hell of a show. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to the damn near 400 people that showed up today. That was a good haul. So shout out to you guys.
We did good numbers.
Shout out to you guys. Appreciate everybody who came through. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Big shout out again to J-Dub for coming through. Gaming Forte. We'll definitely be linking up with them again very, very soon when we can. But, dog, it was a good show. I do appreciate it. I'm glad we all had fun, talk about this whole thing, and just had common sense to this. I know a lot of people might look at it and go, oh, these guys probably just slandered the event. No, we actually gave it a lot of praise before we got into any criticism. It was a lot of praise at the start. So it was very fair. Everybody gave their points very, very good. And I'm glad everybody at least enjoyed themselves. So let's go ahead and let's get this out of here. So let's get into these outros. Start off with Mr. Big Mike. What's up, bro? Tell them where to find you.
Yo, you can go find me on Twitter at Big Mike 102477. Make sure you check out the Platform Podcast every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. That's where you can do it.
All right. Mr. The Messiah.
Well, thanks for having me. It's a great podcast, great panel. Shout out to J-Dub for stopping by. Definitely stay safe, brother. But yeah, shout out to everybody here, the people in the chat. Hit that like button and share. And just have fun this weekend, play the games, and stay safe, everybody.
All right. Of course, we got, man, let me tell you, this man right here dropped the jewel. And it's funny, he usually leaves RGT and everybody says, that dude's the worst on the podcast because he always clown ponies. I don't like that guy. But obviously, I'm talking about meds. I'm talking about meds here. You know, this dude dropped the jewel of the day. You know what I'm saying?
He dropped the pipe bomb.
Dropped the pipe bomb. He's taking notes from me. I dropped the pipe bomb, which was my review for the show, which I had Blaze dying in the chat. I saw your fucking comment, Blaze. You thought you were slick. I didn't see it. But I dropped the pipe bomb on that Xbox show.
He dropped the fat pipe.
There you go. I dropped the fat pipe.
All right, so I appreciate that, Ryan. And I'm the most hated member of the RGT podcast because I actually tell the motherfucking truth. Okay, so, and when I have to shit on Xbox, I do, and when I have to shit on Sony, I do. Okay, so it is what it is. I want to shout out everybody who's listening. You guys are all awesome. The people who show up in the chat and troll, whatever, trust me, I got my banned fingers so ready for you, and you're gonna be banned real quick. So don't even bother, because we're trying to build an awesome community here for gamers, right? To speak their truth. And it is what it is. We're gonna speak our truth, whether you like it or not. You know. So once again, thanks to Ryan, thanks to everybody on the panel. Thanks you to J-Dub for coming by and gracing us with your presence, and also that as well for Gaming Forte. Shout out to Gaming Forte. Check out his content. Shout out to literally all of you guys. And one more thing before I go. In about 45 minutes, me and it's Alex from Press Start Podcast fame. We're gonna be streaming Counter-Strike Go on his Twitch channel and YouTube. So tune into that because we're trying to escape silver tier, and I doubt that we're gonna do it. But I love you guys, and if people don't give you what you want, demand better. Always demand better. I love all of you gamers, and if you have a problem with me, add me on Steam, add me on Xbox, add me on PlayStation, and maybe we can fight it out in a game of Tekken, Overwatch, Gears, anything. I'm always down to play games with everybody. And tune into my own streams where I stream and smoke a bunch of weed on twitch.tv/actuallymeds. It's not the fake meds, it's actually meds, right? So twitch.tv/actuallymeds. Tune in. We play awesome games. We play shooters, and I also show my godly skills at platformers because I am the
Shout out to
platformer god, okay? Super Meat Boy. All these games, all these super hard platformers, I beat them. I'm the god. So tune in. Peace out, everybody. Have a great week.
Yeah, shout out to Press Star Kofi, who became a fucking meme because of fucking Blaze when he was reacting to the YouTubers. It was like that one dude said I used my Xbox for everything but gaming. That shit was fun. That was funny. Shout out to Kofi. Shout out to Kofi, dog. Shout out to Kofi, dog. I'm done. Ooh. Shout out to Kofi. That was funny as hell. That was the best reaction I've ever fucking seen. Hands down. That shit went viral in like 5 minutes. Shit went viral. Congrats. Let's go ahead and continue, man. Carlos, where can they find you, man?
Listen, you can find me and check me out here on the RGT Podcast Fridays. And you can also follow me on Twitter at JizMeAndMyGirls for all the trolling, fun-esque, and all the Xbox sling that I do on a regular. Nah, but all jokes aside, I'm just glad to have all these gentlemen here with me, right along with the other two that were here. Shout out to Gaming Forte, J-Dub City. Yo, salute my brothers. Blaze, my brother, salute to you. Big Mike, salute to you. Meds, salute to you. And also to my brother from another mother, Ryan, salute to you as well, my brother. Hey, Craig Harris, don't think I forgot you. You in the corner. It's all love for gaming. And as always, man, gamer by choice, not by trend.
And before we end this off, I gotta do it one time for the show. Mr. Blaze.
Oh my God.
I'll play. Blaze 4K. What's up? Wake your ass up. Get tired, you fucking slump. Get your ass up, dog. No, I'm playing. Go ahead.
I just texted J-Dub, bro. I said I hope you're safe. But shout out to J-Dub for pulling up. Shout out to Gaming Forte. I'm not gonna say hi and bye to all yous. I love you, like, bro. I'll see you guys next week.
Okay, Riley. I ain't gonna say hi because that's gay.
I'll see you next week, Blaze. Fuck you too.
No. Because I know,
baby.
I can pull up and talk to any one of these people at a moment notice.
At any time.
That's really true. That's really true.
So you know what I mean. But yeah, this was a good show. Everybody that came through. Look, we forgot one thing, and like this is probably my fault, right? We forgot to do the fucking giveaways this week.
Blaze, we have a giveaway like method now, right, Blaze?
What? Yeah.
No, I'm asking you because last week we did it kind of crude.
We'll get it set for the next week. We'll do it next week. We'll do like a double.
I gave you 3 copies of Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay. After this podcast, after right now, we're gonna have a chat after the podcast, and me, Blaze, and Ryan, we're gonna talk about how we're gonna do the giveaways, and we're gonna make everybody available to enter, and we're gonna make it fair for everyone.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make this is the thing I want to say. Unless it's a major release, like a big game, say like Halo, whatever, something like that. I shouldn't have said Halo. It's not. Anyway, look. Unless it's like a big game, we'll give away like a game. But every day, like every podcast, we're just gonna give away codes so multiple people can win.
Yeah.
So like a $25
I'll do that.
Code,
that makes sense.
Code, you know what I mean? Shit like that, so multiple people can enter and win. But other than that, bro, good show. Tune in next week. We got hip hop.
Pulling through next week. Yeah, it's gonna be great. We're probably gonna ask a lot, especially for those in the UK and in Europe, for PayPal, so that way we can make sure you guys include it. You think that'll work? Maybe for them too. UK searching.
Like how,
it should transfer to them.
Just send the money. And
I'm doing it too.
I'll be happy to send the money too. Like,
yeah, I'm doing it too.
We don't want only U.S. people to get the. If a European wins, like I don't want them to feel left out. So
or Canadian.
Or Canada. Like, we want it to be worldwide. So,
yeah, we got you.
Whoever wins, like, no, it doesn't matter where you're from. We're gonna make sure you get what we promised you.
Yeah. All right, so we'll definitely do that. Baby. We got this. We got y'all. But
there's ways around it. because Amazon, you can sign on to Amazon France and buy a PSN card digitally and have it emailed. So I think there's ways around it. We'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll definitely work on it. But man, this was fucking fire show. Real talk, this was a fire show. Even better than the last, I think. We just had fun. Shout out to everybody again for pulling through. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. To everybody who might be watching later, salute to you. Make sure you guys follow us all on Twitter. Subscribe to this channel. I said this last time. A lot of people think I'm lying, but I'm dead serious. If we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm giving away a PS5. So, just throwing it out there. I'm throwing it out there. So, spread the word. Spread the word. Spread the name RGT where you go. You already know. We doing everything right. But until then, see you guys next week. And you already know it's just going to be the same thing. None but gaming. No bullshit. We're going to tell you how it is. So, appreciate y'all. Y'all be good.
Peace.